Buhold on True House Sports Radio. You can also catch us live on YouTube. We're getting ready for kickoff here. Johnny, what are you expecting? What do you got for us today?
Well, these two teams know each other pretty well. These last couple of years, they've split the regular season title twice now. They've respectively each won an OSSA championship in the last 2 years. It seems like a rubber match to me. Be a fun year to watch these two teams go at it once again.
Kick is out of bounds. AJ Kochmila with the kickoff down to about the 23, which is where the St. Mary's Knights will take over. Matty Tucker at the wheel for the Knights. Number 8 looking to cap off or start off the season with a big start on offense here.
This offense will be exciting to me. Matty Tucker, obviously a winning quarterback. He's won a title with SaberCats, won also with St. Mary's last year. The thing that I'm looking forward to seeing is what do they do with Jet Dewar now? He's facing his former team, his first game with St. Mary's. A new running back to add to the fold. We'll see if that means they run more this year at St. Mary's.
And for those of you that don't know, Jet Dewar was a student and an athlete at Korah Colts, Korah Collegiate for the last 2 years. Transferred over to St. Mary's following 2 season-ending injuries in the last 2 years. So he's chomping at the bit. He eats, breathes, and lives football. So I'm sure he's excited to get going against his former team.
Yeah, it's so great to see him play some more high school football here. He's such a good kid. He's been really riddled with injuries. Hoping today goes well for him because he deserves it. And it's a great football family that he comes from.
From their own 40-yard line.
And here we go. First play from scrimmage from the 40 of the St. Mary's Knights. Matty Tucker back in shotgun formation. Motion. Going across. Quick handoff. Let's do it with the carry, I believe. And a short carry, short gain on the play.
Yeah, a little window dressing there to start. Some pre-snap motion, trying to get an idea of what type of coverage they're seeing early on. Test it out with a nice little run up the middle, see what they have.
Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9.
Caleb Thibodeau.
Caleb Thibodeau playing defense for the Colts.
2nd and 9 for the Knights.
Play Sam linebacker. He's also their full-time tailback, fullback. So double duty for Thibodeau here is 2nd and 9 for the Knights. Shotgun, Tucker's back to pass. Oh, Carter slips on a banana peel and unable to bring that in.
Yeah, a little bit first game jitters, I think. Just couldn't get his feet underneath him quite on that comeback. I'm sure we'll see Carter make some plays here today, though. That's not his normal.
Nope. Sure-handed receiver. Matty Tucker usually likes to go to Carter early and often. A lot of great offensive weapons on the receiving core for the Knights, so you'll see that ball hit the air with Matty Tucker launching that ball. Looks like Carter's back to punt, so I'm sure we're going to see no Gazzetti back there today.
Not yet, no.
So 22 back. Oh, he is wearing 22 this year. Yeah, he's wearing 22. He's 23, I believe, last year. 17, Nathan Hyam also back
St. Mary's call
for the Colts. So
they have to get things straight.
Carter looking to get a good punt off here, and Colts looking for a big return.
Looks like a timeout here early, some personnel issues. Pretty common week 1 for most teams. Usually there's some confusion.
Absolutely, just trying to get the wrinkles out. So looks like they're set now. And
so they do the big reset.
Nice new white helmets for St. Mary's Senior. New flashy uniform.
Wobbly snap. No rush from the Colts, but a nice kick high. Wobbler to Gazzetti. You don't want to give him that time and space here.
Oh.
And as you would imagine, he makes them pay.
Nate Carter with a beautiful kick.
Anytime the ball is in Nathan Gazzetti's hands, things can happen. He just eats up space. He's so fast. One of the fastest young men in the province. It's grade 11 year last year. Went to the OSSA finals. Made it to the semifinal heat. So an impressive speed athlete. We'll see him here on offense as well.
Yeah, I think the game plan for the Knights' coaching staff is not to eliminate Gazzetti, but to limit him because he's going to get his yards, whether it be on kickoff return or punt return or in a regular offense where the Colts will take over now. I think we're going to have Zane Murdoch at QB for the Colts. Nobody in the backfield. Shovel to Gazzetti, makes the corner.
Quick pitch to Gazzetti.
Nice tackle by Liam Willett, but after a gain of 8, it'll bring up 2nd and 2.
There's a flag on the play.
Oh.
The thing with the Gazzetti, he's just such an interesting type of runner because he's not the biggest guy. You think of him being fast, you assume that he's going to avoid contact. He's not that runner in any way. He loves to get low. He loves to run through tackles. He's in the gym all the time, so He is the complete athlete. If he was 6'2", everybody in Canada would be watching him right now.
And I got a chance to watch him with the Sabercats. We're going to announce a penalty here. Looks like a penalty against the Colts. 2nd and 2 or 1st and 20. Pretty obvious decision to make here. We're going to move them back. So it'll bring up 1st and 20. What was it called? Was it a hold?
On Korah.
Looks like a block. Holding.
Back them up 10.
Holding, blocking the back.
And
Either way,
first down.
Colts are moving in the wrong direction.
There's also a mouth guard warning.
And in 3rd down football, that is quite the distance to overcome. But even though Korah is a run-first offense, they do have the ability to break off big chunk plays via the run.
1st and 20.
And I alluded to the Sabercats this year, and the part I loved most about watching
from their own 50-yard
Gazzetti, the electrifying runs he makes, but he's also on special teams making tackles downfield, and that's a great attribute for a kid who's counting off her speed. Hand off to Gazzetti, off tackle. Knights do a nice job.
Yeah.
Give him about 2 yards on that carry, but nice job by the Knights to stop.
Just great gap responsibility by the St. Mary's defense there. That is the key against Gazzetti. You just can't let him get to 2nd level. You have to take away the lane before it appears.
Rodriguez Lorondo again with the tackle.
Lorondo at the tackle, help with number 2, Noah DeValentin. And a lot of these players you see during the Sabercats summer roster, so nice to see them back out for another season. And Colts taking it over on 2nd and 18. There's that shovel again inside to Gazzetti.
Quick
nice
pitch to
pursuit.
Gazzetti. He gets up to
nice
midfield.
pursuit by 37. Mateo Rodriguez Lorondo.
Again with the big stop.
Yeah, you mentioned the Sabercats and all these guys playing on the same summer team. It really is an interesting dynamic when you come back from being teammates all summer. And now you have to put on different colors and go at each other at 100%. Definitely makes it more, I would say, more competitive, but at the same time, you kind of want to stick it to your buddy here and there.
Yeah. And having a son at this age, I know how many friends he has across the league in different teams, especially this Korah group. A lot of them played hockey all these years together, so it is a rivalry, but after the game they are great friends too. Korah Colts get the kickoff. They're punting on 3rd down. Carter takes it at the 20, slips again, about the 22.
Carter with a couple of shuffle steps trying to get out.
Yeah, so I think everyone's jitters should be shaken out a bit here. We'll see if St. Mary's does anything different with their offense now that they've had a look at Korah's
first and 10 for the St.
series on defense.
Yeah, usually it takes a couple series to get settled into the rigmarole and get the excitement out of the jitters, like you said, and great crowd here today to watch this great Croshuck Classic. So it looks like the ball will be spotted on the 24 for the St. Mary's Knights. They'll look to get Dewar and company marching and look to Tucker to throw the ball up. He's got some great targets there. We mentioned Nate Carter, AJ Romano also wide out. Cole Reve receiving. There's Dewar, nice head forward. Yeah, nice job by Thibodeau to stop him.
Looks like Dewar with a good hard run up the middle.
Dewar's another one of those running backs. He doesn't look big, he doesn't look imposing or menacing, but he just loves to be in the gym. He runs low and hard. He fights through tackles, chugs his legs. He is a downhill runner. He's great at cutbacks, so it is exciting, and I'm happy to see Dewar back on the field here today. That's awesome.
And 7.
Yeah. And it's fun to watch these guys running the ball, and it's those hard, straight-ahead runners that wear you out come 3rd, 4th quarter. So these defenses better be ready for a lot of pounding today. Tucker looks to pass. He's got to Carter. Carter throws it up in the air, tips it.
Pass intended for Nate Carter. Bounces off the fingertips.
Carter off to a rough start, but I'm sure he'll settle in.
Yeah, a little bit of high of a pass, but there was some pressure on Matty Tucker there in the pocket, some hands in his face. Just tried to get the ball up, let his playmaker go make a play. Fortunately, didn't work out this time, but like we said earlier, I'm sure there will be a time where Carter will make an impact on this game with his receiving.
Absolutely. Don't count Nate Carter out. He's always a gamer. Comes to play and works hard to get the ball, and he'll make magic things happen yet. So still early, as we mentioned, just working things through here. And Carter back now on the punting duties, as once again Hyam and Gazzetti back to return. A beautiful punt. Picked up at the 23. Looks like Hyam's going to turn it inside.
Excellent.
And he's met there by
number
11, Kieran Juma. as well as number 99, Grant
Number
Matthews.
17.
Great punt by
Nathan
Carter.
Hyam.
That's one thing that we don't talk about enough
He
is
gets
his
a few
ability to be a
yards
special
back
teams
before
factor as well. He can
being
flip the
met by
field
about
for
3
you.
or 4
And in
nights.
3-down football where field position is so important, having a punter who can do that is just absolutely valuable.
Korah's got to be cautious. I see them abandoning the punt rush there, and
Looks like first and 10.
St. Mary's
Korah
is
from their
watching.
own
Maybe
24
Nate Carter
yard line.
takes off and runs with it. It's maybe not on a third and 8, but just a little shorter than that. He might have free reign to scramble and try and get the first down. But nice punt either way, and Colts from the 24. Nice swarming defense by the
Right back to the
Knights.
line of scrimmage
Mathewson on the tackle.
is Thibodeau.
Caleb Thibodeau and Nathan Gazzetti couldn't be more polar opposites when it
Looks
comes
like
to their
Darian
style of
Pucci,
play. But as a
couple others in on
backfield,
the
that's
tackle.
one heck of a compliment to each other. What do you decide to do? Do you want to take away the middle
Second
and
and
stack
10
the
for the
box,
Colts.
take away the edges and keep Gazzetti up the middle? Really puts you in conflict as a DC.
Second and 8. Oh, there goes Gazzetti. He breaks a few tackles. He breaks another. Levin's holding on to his shoelaces.
Hand off to Gazzetti.
Out to the
He
50.
gets clear
That
to
was
the
a
50.
touchdown saving tackle there by Kieran Juma.
Before
Absolutely
being taken
great
down
job
by
to step
Kieran
up.
Juma
Not
with
be
what
deked
is a
out.
touchdown saving
Gazzetti
tackle.
gave him a little shimmy, didn't fall for it, wrapped him up, held
First
on.
and 10, Korah.
If he doesn't get you with the speed, he'll take you on the shake and bake, and made a few guys miss there. Looked like they had him wrapped up a little further behind, but out to the 50 he goes. First and 10, Korah Colts. It's good to see all these junior guys moving up to the senior ranks. Guys we called the names for last year in the juniors. Oh, nice pop, but Gazzetti
man.
breaks loose, and he might turn the corner, and he's gone.
Back to Gazzetti.
And could take it to the house,
He makes
and
something out of
Gazzetti with the first Colts touchdown of the year.
Oh man, that's so frustrating if you're St.
60
Mary's.
yard
You have him
scamper.
stopped for a loss right out of the handoff, bounces off of his own blocker, ends up taking off outside, and with his speed and ability, that's all he needs, is a little bit of room. It's got to be frustrating when you're St. Mary's. You're in the
Gazzetti
right spot, did everything right.
Gets caught up in a little traffic
Just
in the
ran into one of the
backfield.
best runners in the country.
Turns it into a touchdown.
Absolutely. 22 in for the score. Make it 6-0 to Korah Colts. They're going to come on for the extra point. Looks like number 19, Ty Koski. Absolutely money from this spot in to take the kick. And Jack Metcalf looks like he'll be, 17 Hyam will be doing the
Koski to attempt
hold
the point after.
with Ty Koski with an almost automatic point from here for Mr. Koski. And the snap is up. Good place, and
And Koski's kick is good.
kick is good for a 1 single, which makes it 7-0 Korah Colts. So St. Mary's Knights will have to find an answer. Korah Colts up early in this one, 6:21 to go in first quarter.
And you know that St. Mary's coaching staff's just beside themselves right now because all week in practice, the entire game plan, no doubt, was contain Nathan Gazzetti. You do your job, and he still finds a way to make the game change in his favor. We'll see if St. Mary's responds now. They have the offense to do it.
Yeah, it'll be up to Matty Tucker to lead. Obviously, Matty played Sabercats this summer as well, and has a lot of his favorite weapons out here, so he'll be looking to steer the ship, and had a tough season with the Sabercats, was injured for a portion of it. Looks to be 100%. Talked to his dad, and he said he's ready to go. He's excited about the coming year, and we're excited to see great things on this fifth year for Matty Tucker at the quarterback position for the Knights.
Yeah, it'll be great to watch him this season. Every year he's played high school football in Sault Ste. Marie, he seems to take a giant step forward. No doubt the offense will revolve around him again this year. And the wind playing a little havoc on the kickoff tee there. Gonna have to have someone come out and hold it the old-fashioned way for them.
Yeah, a little windy here out at Spear Heights Stadium, John Fott Field, and come on down if you want to watch some great football. And Buda's up. Received by, I didn't get number 17. 17 tries to get positive yardage. Cole Reve on the return.
So with that decent kickoff,
Yeah, Cole's another good young grade 11
all the way
playing
back
his
out to
first
the
game
20
in
will be
senior.
first down St. Mary's.
Another talented weapon. St. Mary's doesn't have any shortage of those. They had a great junior career playing for St. Mary's in junior football. He's an explosive talent. Could put him anywhere, slot back, running back, wide out.
I believe we saw him starting for the Sabercats as well, so good future ahead for him. A couple more years to play. 3 more if you include his victory lap. So a lot of these guys coming back for their 5th year, enjoying athletics as well as academics, and obviously a great rivalry here. All right, so you have the St. Mary's Knights with 6:03 trying to put a dent in this Colts armor. 7-0 the Colts lead in the first quarter. Matty Tucker on the swing pass to Carter. He's got it out. Nice pickup, a couple of yards after the catch. Reaches out to the 30, but I think his forward progress will stop about the 29-yard line. We'll bring it up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, nice little screen pass there. They had the numbers advantage in the flat. Trying to get Carter involved, get his mojo rolling, make sure he gets a reception on the board.
Decent run around the corner.
And that's all number 10
That'll
needs. He
set
just
up
needs a little confidence
second
boost.
and
Now he's
about
got
4
it.
after a 6-yard
Finally
gain.
put his hands on the ball and was able to pull it in for a nice gain there, maybe 7 yards. So look to see him again teaming up with Tucker. 14, AJ Romano on the far side. Shotgun. Matty Tucker holds on to it, gets a nice draw up the middle. Oh, ball's loose. We're going to see whether he was down by contact or if we were popped loose before.
Yeah, I didn't hear any whistles
signals,
coming out right away.
Okay,
So
a little bit of fake handoff. Not sure what happened after the fumble.
A little wrestling match there back there with Matty Tucker, and I think Dewar wanted it, and Matty
Tucker kept
playing
it.
keep away.
yeah, poor Jim
St. Mary's
Fitzpatrick
recovers.
down there. I think he's the one trying to
It'll be
separate
about
all
a
the
12-yard
bodies,
gain
find
for
out who
first
has the
down.
ball.
Korah
Korah,
Big
comes
glass
up
of
with it,
humanity,
number
but the
8.
Colts
Aiden
turn it
Watch
over.
with a
Aiden
huge
Watch with
play.
the big recovery on the fumble by Matty Tucker. And did enough to make the first down, and then struggling for a few extra. Managed to turn it over, which means Colts will take it from the St. Mary's 41-yard line.
Yeah, it was a good little run option. Matty Tucker, I think, was a little bit delayed with his decision there. He pulled a little late on it, but found a lane, got a first down, unfortunately. Another week 1 common issue, ball security, something that we at White Pines realized we had to work on here today as well.
Now, Coach, you can share with the listeners at home when he plays that run, is it a design play that he's going to keep it, or does he get to look and see what defense is in front of him and pull it away?
Yeah, so usually you leave one defender unblocked. You let that player be your read. If they crash down on the inside, you pull it and run outside. If he stays contained and goes outside, you hand it up the
Handoff to
middle.
Thibodeau. Good hard run for about
Nice
9
ramble
yards.
by Big Zero there. Caleb Thibodeau was scrambling.
54.
Nice to
Tyler
see him
King
playing
on
ball
back.
again. We missed him this year at the SaberCats level, but he's back for another year, and it's always fun to watch him play, rumbling, stumbling.
Oh, yeah, he's a one-of-a-kind running back in this league. There's not many like him. I think maybe those who are around my age and played high school football would remember Jeff Greco. He kind of reminds me of him a little bit. But in this wing-style offense, having a fullback being around up the middle on a defense is going to wear them down.
Especially if he gets into that secondary on the smaller backers. He's got a few pounds on
Back
them.
to Gazzetti. He goes
As
to
they
the
go back to
outside.
Gazzetti on the
Cuts
outside
in.
run.
He's caught by number 99,
31.
Grant Mathewson.
31, Marcus Spadafora and Grant Matheson, number 99, in on the tackle for the St. Mary's Knights. So it looks like that'll be a first down.
Either
We'll
way,
move
it's
the
good enough for the
sticks.
first down for the Korah Colts.
And Colts have it at the 28th of St. Mary's. So St. Mary's bending, not breaking yet, but they're going to have to do a job containing Gazzetti and get him push back the pressure if they want to stop this offense.
Well, look, anytime you're facing a wing tee, it's going to test your resilience as a defense.
Oh, ball down on the ground again. Nice job by Zane Murdoch to jump on it. That center
Little of any
quarterback
game there.
exchange also a little sketchy the first couple weeks till they get used to each other. I don't know who the center is for Korah, but that might be the
Zane
first season
Murdoch
that they
with the
played
carry.
together. Looks like number 5-0, which we don't have on our roster. So.
Yeah, looked like a little
Same
bit of
ball,
O-line
but
communication issues
vintage
there. I
stop
don't
by
think
Josh
half the
LePere,
line
number
knew what
96.
snap count it was on. Might have been a little bit of confusion.
So it brings up 2nd and 10. There's flags on the play. Oh, there's Gazzetti stopped in the backfield by Grant Mathewson. Noah DeValentin with a big
Gazzetti
pop.
hit immediately knocked
upon
back by number
completion.
2.
Yeah, you want to
There
talk
at
about these
DeValentin,
guys on the field
there
who
is a
have a lot of
flag on the play.
experience. DeValentin's been around now. He's won
Ball is
a
being spotted at the 35-yard line, a loss of about
OFC.
7 yards.
Or what's the OSFL?
OSFL,
OSFL now. I
OSFL,
think.
yeah.
OSFL AA championship a couple years ago. Obviously was with the NASA winning team here at St. Mary's last year. DeValentine, one of their star players. He'll be a name you hear plenty today as well.
And a great student of the game. Very smart kid. Thinks the game well. He's able to react and knows situational plays there. So expected that on the First and 10. Penetrated through the backfield, able to stop Gazzetti, which is
So that's offside against
a
St.
tall
Mary's.
task. Offside is a call against St. Mary's, so
That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty, second and 5 for the Colts.
I think Korah is trying to get something established there on the O-line. There seems to be some assignment concerns there on a couple of spots, so I'm sure Coach Annett and crew will have that figured out once the team goes back to the sideline after the series.
And we were looking for 50, but it was looks like Aiden King, 72, is the one holding the ball and snapping for Zane Murdoch. So looks like a big line of yellow there. Some big dudes there on that offensive line. As Murdoch hands it to Caleb Thibodeau, he'll have to bounce it outside, but they catch him inside.
Josh
LaPera with the stop.
A bunch of Knights.
Nice swarm tackling by the St. Mary's Knights. When they're in the box, they seem to be doing a nice job of everybody to the ball. It's just preventing that long run.
You have a great front seven here with St. Mary's. A lot of players who've been in big games before.
Sets up third and about 4.
As long as Gazzetti doesn't break out and get into space when you have him corralled, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty big if, though. But looking at the linebacker core for the St. Mary's Knights, we got Darian Pucci back after a year away, going for his 5th year. Katie at 54. And, of course, 99 is Grant Matheson in the Sam position. So as Gazzetti gets loose again, Darian Pucci is able to pull him down about the 9, but that's enough for a first down, first and goal from the 9-yard line.
Yeah, he's just such a deceptively strong runner. He's just so low to the ground. He attacks the ground with his feet. You can't arm tackle him. You can't try to grab him by the jersey and drag him down. You have to arm tackle and team tackle to bring Nathan Gazzetti out.
Yeah. And up fans in the stands here thought he was soft for a loss, as did I, and he scooted out of that one and able to pick up a first down inside the 10 to the 9. So 1:13 to go in the first quarter. Korah marching, looking to score some more points against the St. Mary's defense here. Ball snapped, direct to, or a handoff to Caleb Thibodeau, gains about 4 to the 5. So Chris and Nancy are probably smiling over there in the dog pound, or the horse stable, I guess to call it. Enjoying the game from the east side.
It'll be interesting here to see. Zane Murdoch's also quite a bit of a threat when it comes to an athlete at quarterback. He has the ability to roll out, use his legs to make first downs and touchdowns. We'll see if he gets involved here soon.
Ball on the ground again. It's loose. And it looks like the St. Mary's Knights may have recovered it. Yes, sir. Indication by official grab is St. Mary's ball. We'll see who picked it up. Looks like number 5, Braden Lutzy, with the recovery there.
Sorry, folks. Hard to see who came up with it.
Week 1 issues for sure.
Yeah.
It is a new system, though. I feel like last year, if I'm not mistaken, Korah did play out of the shotgun much more than they are today, playing from under center. So it's a new chemistry you have to develop. Most would think that it's much more difficult to be a shotgun center, but sometimes putting the ball in the hand in the right place from under center is just as challenging.
Yeah. And, of course, they, like you said, if they're in a new program, they may have only had a couple weeks of practice to write that. And obviously you're going to see some improvement over the course of the year. So looks like the Knights will start deep in their territory. Ball is on the 9. Matty Tucker in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap. 22. Will Hydense in motion. Looking across for 24. Nicholas Carney.
Right up the middle to number 24, Nicholas Carney.
Good snare route, good throw by Matty Tucker. Unfortunately, some footsteps were heard, and you turn your head around to see where the footsteps are coming from a little bit before securing the ball, and that's what happens.
It's a special talent that's able to go across the middle with ice in the veins. You got some great ones like Kelsey and George Kittle in the show, unafraid, but that was a tough play for number 24. Let's try it again with 2nd and 10 from the 9. Shotgun, empty out the backfield. Tucker's got a roll, looks inside, and that looks like the last play of this first quarter. Might have one more snap as the whistle went, the siren went, as the play was underway.
Corner for very little gain. It'll set up 3rd down.
3rd down, so they'll be punting out of their end zone, or very close.
Yeah, field position will be a factor here today with the score the way it is. I don't know if St. Mary's will be willing to give up the 2-point safety for field position here just yet. especially when you have Carter as a punter.
He's been booming some punts. He's had 2 already, one almost 50 yards, so I think that they're going to try and back him up and, again, hang on to those points. Those extra points could be vital at the end of the game, especially in a windy day like today where the field goal game might decide it or play a role in it. Either way, we are finished the first quarter at the Spear Heights Stadium. Your Korah Colts are leading the St. Mary's Knights by a score of 7-0. Right now, we'd like to remind you that Wendy's Sault Ste. Marie and Team Essentials have teamed up with Saultsports.com to honor the high school's top athlete of the game when Saultsports TV streams the regular and postseason games. Each game, Saultsports TV announcers will select a player from each one of the teams where they will be awarded a Wendy's gift card and Team Essentials Athlete of the Game t-shirt. I'm glad to see that you're watching and listening on True Sports Radio. We're also available on Rogers TV and Sioux Sport TV. So check us out. And obviously on a Saturday night, great day for football. We've got another game coming up in the doubleheader. Actually a four game slate today as Carter gets ready to kick. And
I'm not sure what's happening here. Oh, they will be taking a safety. Carter with a little bit of pageantry first before he gives up the 2 points.
An interesting play. We had guys going downfield and battling. I didn't see the snap in Carter's hand, so an unusual rouge to sacrifice the point.
Yeah, I think Nate confused the entire defense as well with his nonchalant, no panic, no urgency.
And then scrambling around in the end zone to kill the clock. Hope they don't need those seconds late in the game. But 2 more points added after the touchback down in the end zone. So 11:38 to go. Crazy start to the second quarter. Great game underway here. Your first season opener for these two teams, Korah versus St. Mary's. In the earlier game, I believe White Pines was victorious over the Spear. No, sorry. It was the Spear Heights winning.
Yeah. 1-1 game for most of it. It seemed like a soccer score there for a long time. Two well-coached defenses going at it. Offense on both sides week 1. Some things to clean up, I'm sure. You'll see both teams look more efficient on the offensive side of the ball here down the road. But it's definitely a good game. It's good to have 4 viable teams in senior again.
Yeah, and the final score was indeed 8-1.
8-1, yeah.
Late touchdown, so. Okay, so we're underway here with the Colts. And Zay Murdoch looks to throw. Nice coverage by number 13, Blair Boudreau looks for Hyam.
Number 13, Blair Boudreau
falls. There's that athleticism from Zane that I was talking about earlier. He has the ability to move that pocket with his legs, create the entire defense moving in a certain direction, and then looks for that under route or that backdoor route, trying to find somebody open. There he tries to throw a little bit of a 5 and out or 10 and out, just out of the hands of his receiver. Nathan Hyam, a former junior football quarterback himself, so he's got a high IQ for the game.
There's Melchiori in with the touch, first one of his game today.
Murdoch hands off to number 29, Peyton Melchiori.
And again, when you got to give a spell to Gazzetti, you bring in Melchiori, who's in
before being tackled.
Yeah, what a curse to have that kind of depth in your running back room.
Yeah, both those diminutive running backs, with some great skill and great talent. So two-headed monster back there, and then you throw in Thibodeau, and you got yourself one heck of an offense.
Yeah, Korah's run game's pretty set up for the near future. Once Gazzetti and Thibodeau are done here, you still have Peyton,
set up third and
just
long.
getting started.
Punt team is out. Nate Carter back for the Knights.
And of course, those young players from junior that move up, they're just looking for an opportunity and next man up mentality. So somebody goes down or they get a chance to make their mark, they certainly will. There's number 2, Nixon Blair with the kick. Carter's back for it. I know he's waiting for it. He's got to get 5 yards. Gets the flag, obviously. No, maybe no flag on the play.
Yeah, that
almost
got blocked.
It almost did, yeah.
First down, St. Mary's.
Little end-over-end punt. Rolls it over towards the Korah bench.
Carter delaying there, picking up the ball, hoping to draw an offside or no yards penalty, but Korah Colts standing firm there, and Looks like the ball will be placed on the 31-yard line for the St. Mary's Knights.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could ever call Nate anything other than confident. The patience and the zero fear that he seems to have here today is really coming through. His experience starting to show.
Yeah, and the Knights counting on those good boys to be leaders. Speaking of leaders, we've got Matty Tucker here. He's hoping to lead his team down the field. 10:33 to go. 9-0 right now after the 2 points on the punt. And Dewar, nice forging ahead for about 6 yards.
Jared Dewar.
Yeah, Jet's going to be a hard worker. I think St. Mary's is thrilled to have him. They're definitely a pass-first offense. That's the way they've been for the last few years. Should be the case when you have a college-bound quarterback leading your offense, but it certainly makes the job easier for Matty Tucker if he has an established running back who can keep that defense honest.
And if Dewar can stay healthy, as he's had trouble with doing the last couple of years, he's going to be a great asset to the St. Mary's Knights. Obviously, Braden Lutzy, who ran the ball a couple of years ago, is able to concentrate on defense as they throw complete to Nate Carter, who makes a beautiful catch.
Complete to number 10, Nate
Looks
Carter.
like it might be enough for the first down, so we'll be moving the sticks. Ball out to the 44-yard line.
Down.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Braden Lutzy ran as the feature back a couple of years ago and was assisting to
one of the guys in on the tackle.
Anthony Blonda, who has left for Sioux College to pursue his hockey, but now with Jet Dewar in the backfield there, Braden Lutzy is able to concentrate on playing linebacker and sure is able to probably back up and fill in the case of Dewar needed a break, but nice option to have Jet Dewar there back in the backfield with the Knights. So.
Well, I don't think it's any secret in this city. I do prefer the run game personally as an offensive player. I think it's a great way to establish the pass, but in three-down football, obviously, having a quarterback can get you those quick first downs like that one certainly helps.
Absolutely, and Tucker to Carter. Familiar ring with that one, and looks like number 10 is settled in quite nicely here. So 24 in motion. They got two guys in motion. Number 11. Hand off inside to Jet Dewar. Tries to bounce it right.
Lots of motion in the backfield. Dewar scampers from both.
I think they made themselves dizzy by some of this motion.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit of window dressing on the run game this year. O-line's starting to work themselves into this game a bit here. Getting some movement.
Nicholas Carney in motion there. Kieran Juma taking a spell on the offense here. So a couple guys going both ways. Try to get back into this game. Down 9-0 with 8:44 to go. 14. AJ Romano running out the call for the Knights. We haven't seen too many deep balls yet, so I wonder if that's going to stretch out into this latter part of the first half.
I think they took a little too long there to get the ball off. Delay of game by the looks of it.
Yeah, that'll bring it back to second and 12 after the delay of game penalty. So
yeah,
5 yards.
That definitely hurts here.
Absolutely.
Second and short, potentially about to keep your drive going.
Does that change your play call when you go second to 7 to second to 12, Coach?
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does. Now you're looking to maybe hit the deep third, which if you're not satisfied with how you've set it up yet, you're kind of throwing something against the wall sometimes when you're in this situation.
And as I mentioned, they haven't gone very deep on these both these offenses, so we'll have to see what they come up with at second and 12 from the 42. Tucker back to receive. Looking to throw. He's got to step up. He's scrambling, looking wide out. He's got a man. 11, Kieran Juma with the catch. Out of bounds about the 44-yard line of the Korah Colts.
Number 11, Kieran Juma.
Who do you compliment more on that play? You got Matty Tucker rolling out, throwing across his body, sideline throw for a first down. Just looking like a veteran composed quarterback. And then you got, what's that, Kieran Juma there, reaching up, two hands, staying in bounds.
Nice body to control to contort himself to the outside and able to reel it in. Ran out of bounds after the first down. Like I said, the 43-yard line is where the St. Mary's Knights are challenging inside the Korah end at the 43. 7:57 to go, 9-0. St. Mary's looking to get on the board here. There's Tucker. He's going to hand it off. Didn't see who that runner was. We'll get a number here, 21, Hunter Jackson.
Hunter Jackson, another grade 11 All-Star last year.
He gets about 2
another
yards.
Downhill runner. He's a little bit different than Jet in the sense that he's more of a big body back. He's trying to make contact with linebackers. don't be fooled. If he gets space, he can take off as well.
For the Colts.
He ran pretty straight up there. Give himself a big target for these yellow jerseys. So
yeah, sometimes Hunter Jackson's biggest downfall is he looks for contact.
Yeah, and looks like 2nd down and 8 here with Tucker in the backfield. He's got a single back. There's 11 Juma going in motion. Looking across the middle. Doesn't see anything. Might have to go deep. He's got a man. Carter's open. He's going to have to. Oh, and no call on the play.
Yeah, you know, I think Carter either lost that in the sun or he lost it when he rotated his head. Looking back for it, he just couldn't track that one. Looked like he was in the right spot for it a couple of times there on that. But
Ethan Carbone on the defense there. They came together, incidental contact. Referee ruled no pass interference, offensive or defensive on that one. So falls to the ground and brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 8 means that Carter will be back to punt. I think that's a good no call. I don't think either player had a track on it.
Yeah, no. Anytime the refs let the game go, it's always a good thing for us.
Yep.
Get to go home a little earlier.
Yeah. And I didn't see Carter argue very vehemently about that one, so I think he knew that he was out of position on that one. So he's back to punt. Tries a nice boot towards the sideline. He's going to try to go out inside the 10, but it goes out about the 25.
It looks like the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I think Nate would be disappointed with himself on that one.
Yeah.
He's a very competitive young man. He understands the game well. He knows that he had a chance to really
10,
pin
Korah.
Korah there.
Yeah.
Korah, no doubt, thankful for the field position. It could have been in a much worse spot coming out of that drive.
Yeah, it looked like Carter angled it directly towards the sideline cone at the 1, but at the goal line, but wasn't able to. Must have rolled off his foot and went out about the 25, which is where the Colts will take over. So
You can ask someone like Pat McAfee if it's easy to punt. He'll tell you that anyone who thinks that's the case doesn't know much about football.
I think Pat McAfee's had a few too many concussions.
Yeah.
But if you're just joining us, we're glad you're here with the season opener for the St. Mary's Knights and the Korah Colts. We've got the Colts taking over on offense here, up 9-0 with 6:46 to go in the 2nd quarter. Come on down. Still got lots of game. Whole half coming up. And then we got a junior game in the with the St. Mary's Knights against the Colts as Gazzetti goes for another romp.
Pitch to Gazzetti, he gets around the
The
end.
time I took to spit that out, he ran another 40 yards out to the 50-yard line inside the St. Mary's zone.
Well, look, that's a really cool play design there. What Korah did was they just ran their buck sweep look for the offensive line. Gets all the linebackers following the pull guards in the wrong direction. And then you quick pitch to Gazzetti. The entire defense is slanted in the wrong direction, and the recovery is just really difficult when you have a guy with that kind of speed.
Absolutely. Tchaikovsky in motion. They go a little fancy inside. 22 handoff to 1.
A little bit of trickery doesn't fool the Knights.
Oh, we have some ball security issues again.
Gazzetti handing off to Ethan Karkidi.
Oh, there's
looks
a bubble,
like
sorry. Recovered by the St. Mary's Knights.
Knights is going to recover that. Liam Dubois excited about the turn of events there. And Knights will take over. Matty Tucker will lead his offense out on the field again.
DeValentin with the tackle, and the
DeValentin
ball falls out as the...
Sorry there, Scott. Lots of turnovers here early. It's pretty common for week one.
Karkidi was going to the ground.
A little bit of jitters, head swimming a bit. You're excited. It's your first game of the season.
Not sure who came up with it for St. Mary's, but it's 1st and 10 St. Mary's.
I thought the transfer was pretty good from Gazzetti to Karkidi. I don't know if he lost it trying to gain some extra yards there, but
being told 66.
Either way,
Liam Dubois
Colts put it on the ground. Liam Dubois with the recovery for the St. Mary's Knights. 1st and 10, 5:54. So a little trickery doesn't pay off for the Korah Colts. As Matty Tucker's rolling out, but he's got to force it back inside.
Take the handoff to do it, but not
Swarmed
to do it.
by number 85.
85, Mitchell Commissar.
Mitchell Commissar, 94, Ashton
with the sack.
Well,
two Sabercats working together.
Well, some teammates in the future as well, as all 3 of those individuals in that play will be at Sioux College next year, 2025. Matty Tucker at quarterback, Ashton Sachin, Mitch Commissar.
All committed to the Sioux College Cougars program, which begins their play next September 25. A lot of these local all-stars that you see in these lineups for all 4 teams will be or have already committed. So looking forward to a great program starting there under the guidance of Paul Orzetti. So good luck, coach, and to the program.
Dewar tries to get outside, but he's grabbed by
Dewar with a gain of nothing on the play. Actually lost a few yards back to the 45. So.
A lot of grade 11s making impacts here early on today. Aiden Watch, maybe the most valuable player for the JV Sabercats this summer, was an absolute game wrecker at D end. Looking to be picking up where he left off here in senior as well.
Just pointed out at the booth that my son, Jack McPherson, also committed to the Super College program. So we're looking forward to a great year for those boys starting September 2025. And I'm sure for years to come, a lot of these All-Stars in the Sioux High School loop will make a positive impact. There's that one again. Carter with a delayed kick.
You know, I wasn't sure what he was trying to do there with the first couple times he did it, but right there, I actually really like his patience. He doesn't have any pressure coming at him. He gives his coverage time to get downfield. Very little chance of Gazzetti being able to break one free if the ball's not even in the air by the time the coverage is getting to him.
And of course, that seems to be the Korah defense plan of attack on the punts. But like I said, flip of a coin there, and Nate Carter might have been able to run. I know he had to pick up 15, 17 yards, but the whole defense for the Korah Colts was in retreat mode. So next time, maybe in the second half, St. Mary's might look at maybe scrambling and trying to pick up a first down.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong, and we probably will see that here at some point today.
I thought that he was picking it up there and taking it for a scoot, but he decided to punt it. A nice kick down to the 28-yard line, which is where Zane Murdoch and boys will take over. Bad snap, low, picked it up nicely by Murdoch. Gazzetti
gets into the
gathered
backfield.
up pretty quickly.
Like
Number 2, Noah DeValentin on the tackle. Also Katie, 54. Tyler Katie, former Holy Cross alumni.
66.
Grandpa Mark probably watching in the stands
Little
today.
help from Noah DeValentin.
Yeah, I do really want to give credit to that front seven at St. Mary's. They're doing such a great job with their gap responsibilities right now. They're really not leaving anything for Gazzetti to cut up.
Kent LeBlanc, Noah DeValentin on this left side. Braden Lutzy firing in for outside linebacker. As it made up, Murdoch rather looks to pass, has to scramble. He picks up the ball and goes away with it. Gazzetti with two nice blocks there, frees him up to the 50.
Yeah, I'm really not trying to sound like this is the Nathan Gazzetti show and that we're just celebrating him today, but even there, like his contributions on the offense are just non-stop. Great block there to set up Zane for an outside first down. Always willing to throw his shoulder into a play. Like you mentioned, willing to play both ways, special teams. It's just a great football player.
And so many of your highlight players, the ones that get all the accolades for the spectacular touchdowns or, breakaway, game-breaking plays, they don't do anything but one fast. And obviously, Gazzetti able to do it all. Special teams called for on the block there when the play broke down. So again, great player. 14 gets the swing pass across. He's got a few moves. He's breaking. There's Gazzetti with another block. Springs him out as Lutzy takes
by Braden Lutzy.
14 out of bounds.
31.
Lutzy better be careful not to pick up another flag there after the whistle. But 14 there. Ethan Carbone with a nice catch and run.
Hey, that's just a great team rep there by Korah. Play over on the left side. Quick little screen pass. Cut it back this way. Everyone goes and looks to find work. Probably had 5 or 6 great blocks there to set up an extra release downfield. It's always happy when you're always happy as a coach when you see everyone looking for work. Nobody's standing around, nobody's watching.
And very often it doesn't even have to be a pancake tackle or block, just a proper shove and, giving your back a chance to read off your key and cut it back to open space. And obviously that was in effect there as they moved it down to the 36-yard line. So Korah on the move. Little shovel outside. Gazzetti's got to get the corner. Fucci's trying to catch him. That's a tough job. Number 3 bumps him out of bounds about the 25-yard. Fumbles the ball, but it's out of bounds.
Gets outside, gets down inside the 15, it looks like.
It's a tough spot to be in when you're out alone in space with Gazzetti. Gives you that little stab step, makes you think he's going to cut inside, and all of a sudden he gets an extra 5 yards on the outside.
This is going to be a timeout.
Really challenges you.
In the half.
We've got a timeout with 2:42 to go in the half. Thanks for watching our coverage of Sault Ste. Marie High School football. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe below for more to help support Saultsports TV. So heading down. All right, we're back to the action here. 2:42 to go. Timeout on the field. Korah has their play in mind here, and St. Mary's hoping not to go down by more than 2 scores at the half. So Zane Murdoch with Hyam in motion, takes the snap. He rolls out. Gazzetti into block. He's looking for Hyam, and he had a ball in his hand. Hands across the face by Kieran Juma. And I'm sure Hyam wants that one back. Made a mistake of hitting him in the numbers and just unable to haul that in. It's going to be frustrating for Hyam. Great receiver, but Kieran Juma with the waving hands probably broke it up just enough to distract him a little bit, and they'll get another chance with 2:37 at 2nd and 10. Ball on the 15. This year the scoreboard has the down and distance. That's a change from last year, which is nice to see. All right, Jane Murdoch rolls out again. No, he's going to hand off inside on the reverse to Gazzetti, and Gazzetti's rambling still on his feet inside the 10. 5. Inside the 5. Looks like enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal, depending on the spot.
Yeah, you mentioned the score clock. You got Mike Wheaton down there, being a superstar, using all the components of the score clock for the first time in maybe my lifetime around football.
And it makes our job a lot easier as he indicates that the ball's at the 4. Sometimes it's hard to see from our vantage point up here, so thanks Mike Wheaton for all your work down there on the field. And inside the 4, 1st and goal. The Colts looking to score. And I think the Knights need a stop here to stop any momentum going into the second half. Nice penetration. Nice job by Matheson to stop him at the 2.
Gazzetti hit, crosses the line of
no indication of touchdown yet, so he's still a few yards away. But that'll be 2nd and goal from the 2.
Yeah, I think the second effort there to get the tackle worked.
Yeah. Nice job by Matheson stripping or standing him up, and then looks like might be Lucian assisting with the tackle. But I think it's only a matter of time before they punch this in. 2 more chances. I don't think this is field goal range from here. 3 more would give them 12-point lead, which is not going to be enough for Mr. Tom Annett.
Yeah, I think they'd put yourself in the exact same position. Still a 2-score game no matter what, so you might as well go for it here. Worst case scenario, you fail and you pin St. Mary's back in their own end with less than 2 minutes left to go in the half. And we're going to get
we have a timeout call.
All right, we'll take a little break here, and we'll be back after the timeout. We are back, and thank you to our sponsors. And with 1:48 to go, Korah Colts leading 9-0, looking to punch it in for a more than 2-score lead here. Zane Murdoch under center, and he's going to hand off directly to Thibodeau. Thibodeau's looking to rumble forward, and the big load doesn't. Oh, they've indicated touchdown on the right side. We'll see if that stands. Looking to fish the ball out.
Big push.
Well, we got a linesman saying touchdown.
We do have.
Can that be overruled from the inside?
I'm not sure what the hierarchy dynamics are on the official staff. They're having a discussion now.
The officials are discussing it under the uprights, and Colts think it's a touchdown, obviously, and the Knights would be arguing that it is a stop on the 1, but we'll wait for the official signal. 1:43 to go. As we wait, we want to thank our today's sponsors, Northern Sports Excellence, True House Sports Radio, Jonathan Buhold from Reliance Home Comfort.
Referees have talked it over. They decided it was a
And
touchdown.
judging by the reaction by the yellow team, that's going to be a touchdown, making it 15-0. Extra point coming up.
I believe that was Caleb Dildo in for the
St.
Korah
Mary's
touchdown.
certainly made them work for that one. There's no doubt about that. Some hard runs up the middle. Good trench fight here today between two very experienced, highly ranked nationally teams.
And a great rivalry here in the last couple of years. These teams battled for and traded spots as champions. So no love lost, but a great rivalry. And we've been treated to a fantastic football game here. So Hyam to take the snap. And Koski on for the extra point.
Oh.
And off the pole, and it falls good. So
It
everything
takes the
going well
upright,
for
it does
Koski
fall
today.
through,
So
and it's good.
goes through for another point, making it 16-0. Now, if you're the St. Mary's College Knights, do you come out and try to run the distance down the field, score some points to steal the momentum a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. You're in the final 3 minutes of the half here. The clock stops after every play, so that minute 43 probably will feel more like 5 minutes here for us at the stadium. But yeah, St. Mary's certainly has the ability to make big chunk plays, be explosive. I think what they're trying to figure out is what they're looking at here for a coverage. They haven't quite cracked that just yet today, but that last drive they had was pretty good. They were able to move most of the field. We'll see if they'll be able to build on that now.
Yeah, of course, the St. Mary's Knights from last year had a lot of options, a lot of deep weapons. Jaden Trudeau, obviously, playing his 5th year last year, so not returning. So Nate Carter is able to be double teamed a little more here. So look for Tucker to Carter, and look for a big return here.
Yeah, and I'm sure St. Mary's will be excited when they get your son back too. Another weapon to add, a little bit of pressure to take off of Nate and give Maddie more options to look around with.
Yeah, and the three of them certainly have played a lot of football together, and even on holidays and weekends, and they love to get together and throw the ball around and have a nice chemistry growing. So it looks like Rivet and 31, Marcus Spadafora back to return the kick. So
Got a jailbreak kickoff here.
And number 13 pounds it deep, a nice kick to about the 5-yard line. Not Spadafore, but 21. Hunter Jackson returning. Fumbles it a little bit, gets back out to
Hunter
about
Jackson
the
brings it
15-yard
out.
line.
Almost to the 15.
Well, look, we're being treated to some good special teams here today. Some great kickers on both sides. We talked earlier about Nate's ability to punt and flip the field.
13, Coach
Certainly
Emilio.
helps when you have
That's
Coach
the very
Emilio
least.
being able to
On
bump
the
the
tackle.
ball all the way
First and
down
10,
towards the goal line as well
St.
on
Mary's.
kickoff. Any special team coordinator's dream to have a couple of talented legs like that.
Yeah, absolutely. With all the soccer going on in the Sioux, a lot of these transplants from soccer to football turn into great punters and kickers. So, all right, 1:36 to go, 16-0. Your Colts are up, trying to keep the 0 on the board for the Colts, and St. Mary's looking to answer and try and stem this momentum created by this Colts offense. So 16-0, 1:36 to go. I was mentioning earlier our sponsors for today's game: Northern Sports Excellence, True House Sports Radio, our own Jonathan Buhold for Reliance Home Comfort, Algoma District School Board, Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, and Algoma Thunderbirds Athletics. And the ball goes to McCarter. Nice spin move to get away from a tackler. He's going to have to come back this way. Now he needs to pick up a block. He's got Juma out front. There's a nice block, but the Colts defender,
Carter
number 1,
spins, gets loose,
Karkidi, looks like he
drops the shoulder on the tackle.
was able
as
to
he's
prevent the first
hit
down.
by
So.
Ethan Carchidi.
Yeah, talented players like Nate can
Good for
drive
8
you
or 9
nuts as a
yards.
coach sometimes because you want to
After
teach
initial
them,
contact.
north south. You don't want them going east west. You don't want them trying to do too much and maybe get their teammates in a bad spot blocking. But then they make explosive plays like that, and it becomes pretty hard to yell at them.
If you had one more block, he might have gone the distance because Karen Juma made a nice downfield block here, but Karkidi got inside and was able to stop it after a gain of 7. So it looks like second and 4, according to Mike Wheaton. So ball on the 24 with 1:08 to go. Tucker looking to pass. He's got Carter again. Carter's outside. Gets
They
to the
go back to
sideline, so
Carter.
that'll stop the clock.
He gets about 4 yards. 5
Enough for
yards
the
and a
first down. So they'll be moving the sticks. 1:02 to go in the
Carchidi
second
again on
quarter.
the tackle.
Karkidi with the stop for the Colts.
Yeah, it certainly seems like Korah's strategy here in the final couple of minutes is just to play a soft coverage.
Yeah.
Give a little bit of underneath room. Try to force that underthrow, the short throws.
Give him the under and let him inch away, but hopefully run the clock out. Karkidi having an excellent season. He was injured in the last game of the Sabercats, and they weren't sure if he was able to play today. Got the clear this week to play. So strained his UCL in his elbow. Oh.
Just a throwaway there by
Tucker
Matty
likes
Tucker.
to throw it away.
Probably a smart play by Tucker. Nobody available in downfield, so scrambles out of bounds and throws to the flag. And was rolling out, so no flag on the play. And is it the same rule, Coach, in the NFL where if you roll out of the box? Or
It's a little different in Canada ball. It has to go past the line of scrimmage. So the pocket isn't necessarily as important in Canadian football. You have to get it past the line of scrimmage, so that is the requirement, or else it would be intentional grounding.
And is there something where it has to be proximity to a receiver too, or is it?
Not in Canada.
Not in Canada. So there you have it, folks. The rules, as told by Coach. Here goes Tucker. He's going to look deep. He's going across. He's got 14. Just a little long for A.J.
Tucker
Romano.
looking upfield.
Yeah, that's a great
right
play
in the middle,
call.
A.J. Romano right
You
off his
kind of feel like that
fingertips.
was your shot right there if you're St. Mary's.
Third down.
That was a big play if it was there. Fortunately, just a little bit of overthrow, but the wind certainly playing an impact today on the ball.
Yep. And, of course, Carter will be back to punt with 3rd and 10 from the 30. Again, it would be pretty risky, but I've been mentioning that drop-off by the Colts. Maybe
Yeah, you wonder
Carter
if
wants
this
to
is
take
the
it for a
time, eh?
scamper. I mean, he might have to wait. He doesn't have to rush the punt because there is no rush, but or hasn't been any rush. Let's see if he sees 10 yards in his future and makes a run for it. But the Colts may be playing a little bit more of a press now, knowing that that's been open. So we'll see. 49 seconds to go here. 3rd and 10. Snap is to Carter. Nice snap. One rush, and he has to kick it. Nice kick. Angles it towards the sideline. Takes a nice bounce for 17 Hyam. Hyam's looking to run upfield. Goes out of bounds about the 45.
Carter with a beautiful
That looks like that might be a
sideline
flag.
Style.
Little
Caught by number
extracurriculars there.
17, Nathan
Cooler
Hyam. He
heads
gets out of
prevail.
bounds somewhere around the 45.
Mr. Seth Kahn there in the stripes watching closely to see if anyone crosses the line.
Marcus Spatafore on the tackle there. Looked like there were a couple kittens fighting under a blanket there, but no penalties, surprisingly. Usually these officials like to keep a tight leash on things, but letting them play, and ball will be at the 45 for the Korah Colts offense.
And 40 seconds here. We'll see what Korah's strategy is. I imagine maybe just give it to one of your running backs, see if they can't make something happen. Maybe get in a field goal range. You do have Ty Koski there as a kicker.
No such thing as conservative when it's Melchiori or Gazzetti carrying the ball, because they have both have big play capabilities. So here's Zane Murdoch with the snap. Melchiori stays in the block. He's been pursued. That's a nice pass to 14. 14's able. Oh, there's a horse collar.
Murdoch rolls out immediately.
After the first down.
Gets
So
to Hyam downfield. We do have a flag on the play.
Ethan
Looks like
Carbone with a
it's gonna be
nice catch and run. Nice job by Murdoch to roll out there and find his receiver.
yeah, I really like watching Zane Murdoch play football. When he was in junior, he was such an efficient quarterback. Anyone from Sault Ste. Marie, they know that Korah is not known for its passing, but when he was down there with Coach Bernabucci, whenever they did throw, it was for a purpose. He was efficient, and he's a great athlete. Like I said, he always likes to throw on the run, something that most people usually can't do. He
Nope.
prefers to do it.
Yeah, it takes a whole different skill set to be able to throw on the run, and turning your hips and making that pass direct to, especially when you're throwing off your lead foot. And it's a tough thing to do, and he's mastered at a pretty young age. You see some of these quarterbacks in the show, like Mahomes and such, they do a nice job, but obviously that's a different realm. But Zane Murdoch showing great promise in that area, so hats off to him.
Well, I think if you asked Coach Tom Mannett last year what he felt they were missing, it was a complementary passing game to that great running team that they have.
Yeah.
I think this year so far, my guess would be he'd be pretty happy with Zane here today.
Absolutely. And last year his passing fell on Alex Varpio, who had a great summer with the Sabercats and played in a few games when Matty Tucker was out, and was able to establish himself as a bona fide starter in that league, and has since moved down to Toronto to pursue that football dream. So congratulations to his folks and to Alex and his brother, who are off to Southern Ontario to study and to be athletes. So well done for both of them.
Yeah, you hear
So
a
that's
lot of that
30
coming
yards
from
of
Sault
penalties
Ste.
against
Marie
the
now.
Knights,
It
and
makes you
that'll back them
excited
right up.
about sports here. A lot of young men going off to work to play for academies and prep schools in different cities. So sign that development here in Sault Ste. Marie is going well. A lot of athletes getting great opportunities.
Yeah, and no longer are we the the runners up to the Southern Ontario teams. We actually compete and win championships, and it's great to see. And a lot of different sports, not just football, but hockey and basketball and volleyball and the like. So Zane Murdoch rolling out, and there's another throw on the run. Nicely pursued by number 13. Complete to Hyam, brought down by Blair Boudreau on the flat. So not much of a gain there, but still 26 seconds.
Well, they're certainly making the most of that 40 seconds. They have marched down this field at a very quick rate. Probably the fastest offensive motion we've seen so far.
Yeah. And I think St. Mary's has to stop here just to stem the tide and take some optimism into the second half. Going down more than 16 late in the first half would be tough to rally against this great offense. There's a quick hitch, and it's overthrown to 14. 14, Ethan Carbone just a little short.
Right over his head, falls incomplete.
Zane Murdoch just launched it above his head. He was free to score if he'd made that catch. Had a blocker out ahead of him and only one man in coverage. So 20.1 to go. We're going to fill in the rest of this first half. Then we're going to take a 10-minute break. But thanking our sponsors, Northern Sports Excellence, True House Sports Radio, Reliance Home Comfort, Algoma District School Board, Huron-Superior Catholic District School Board, and Algoma Thunderbird Athletics. Thanks for watching our coverage of the Sault Ste. Marie High School football. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe below for more to help support Saultsports and TV. This is obviously the season opener day for all of the teams in the high school football loop. Tune into Saultsports TV and Saultsports.com for full schedules, and we'll bring you all the action all year between both the junior and the senior football programs. Your Colts lead 16-0 with 20 to go. Knocking on the door, 3rd and 9 on the 14.
Yeah, a big stop here would go a long way in keeping St. Mary's positive at halftime. They've played overall a very good game. Just a couple of turnovers, a couple of unfortunate field position losses. Korah's been able to capitalize on it. You know Korah came prepared this year. I bet you the moment that they lost that championship game, Tom Mann had immediately got into the workroom and started building his plan for this season. So you expected this from Korah, at least I did.
Absolutely. There's no shortage of time or energy dedicated to these programs, and the proof is in the pudding. You know, they see these kids are bigger, stronger, faster. They execute better, although there's been a few sloppy plays today being week 1. But by the time this is week 4 or 5 and into the playoffs, you're just going to see a well-oiled machine and some really polished ball, which is great to see, especially for the fans to come out here and support this. So thanks to all the fans, thanks to all the parents, all the students that come and support. You're in for a great second half as we finish. Looks like Koski's going to try for the 3 points, which would make it 19-0. Koski automatic from 20. So ball is down, Hyam spots, and the ball is up and good.
Yeah, he just sent that
Koski's
ball. Left no doubt on that one.
Yep. Deep, pounded it deep through the end zone, and Koski's pretty bulletproof from there. He's a former soccer player, I believe, as well. So another one of those guys that has a golden boot, and that brings it to 19-0. Now, do you take a knee if you're St. Mary's, or do you throw one Hail Mary and try to reach the end zone or make something happen?
It looks like they're going to take it from the spot. So if you kick a field goal as offense, you have an option to either receive a kickoff or to just place it, I believe, at the 30-yard line. So they're going to go for the maybe 25-yard line, if I'm not mistaken.
He's marching to the 30.
If I'm coach, I don't know if I want to take a deep shot, just because I do have a couple of athletes back there on Korah who could flip it around on you real quick.
Yeah. So looks like they're starting at the 35. I didn't see any flags, so maybe the spot starts at the 35, and I would imagine they'll probably look for Carter. And again, they haven't tested him in the deep route yet, so
if I'm St. Mary's, I'm having it in my chamber for later, but that crossing route that they almost said earlier will be there again, I'm sure.
Yeah. And I think the Colts will be in that little soft cover and to prevent any long passes. They've overloaded this side. Man in motion is 24. 26 swings over. Looks like he's going to throw, and he's going to go deep. Nope, he's got the scramble out, get away from pressure. He looks to throw it there.
Yeah, and that might be
Matty
grounding
Tucker
right
throws
there.
it away.
Now, I believe that's what that flag would have been for. I don't know if he made it past the line of scrimmage there with his throw. If it's not that, then it might be a late hit on the quarterback, but I'm
We'll wait and
about
see.
90% sure that it's going to be intentional grounding, which would be a loss of down as well.
Now, A.J. Romano with 14 was in the vicinity of the ball. Is that not
No, it has to.
even,
Yeah,
even
I
if
believe
it's
it
in
has to cross the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
Although this might be what the discussion's about here. I could be wrong on that one.
roughing the passer is the call? So there's a big change and a big advantage for the St. Mary's College. Went from roughing the passer
Yeah,
to 15 yards downfield, so they'll have it at the 50, bring it a little closer, make that over. First down for St. Mary's.
So that's roughing the passer.
yeah, there was a little bit of
unnecessary
extracurricular there. Like I
against
said, I was
Korah.
about 10%
That'll
doubting
be
me
a
that might have been the
15-yard
call.
penalty and an automatic first down for the Knights.
That certainly puts St. Mary's in a better spot to try and take a shot downfield.
And make that much farther for them to return a pick six if you're Korah and worried about an interception and run back. So I think they got to look for Carter here. He's your biggest option, your biggest weapon in the field. I know they're probably going to double team him here. Actually, they're bringing the house for Carter, so maybe that opens up somebody else on the other side. As they hand it off to Jet Dewar. Jet Dewar's high tackled by 99. Owen Andriola.
Dewar gets
And the
across
flag
the line.
comes out,
He's
so-
hit immediately by number 99, Owen
Late flag there
Andriola.
by
Flag
Mr.
after the
Fitzpatrick,
tackle.
but I believe that was the right call. He was able to get a full arm around Jet's neck there while he takes him down.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best way to take a man down, but if you get caught, you go feel shame.
And that's going to be another big chunk.
And that's
So
a
that's
15 as
unnecessary
well, I
roughness.
believe. Personal
Horse collar tackle
foul is
on the
15.
Colts.
Yes.
So they'll move that one to the 41. So scoring by committee and by penalty here, but official
So
grab
that's
with the
another
call,
15-yard penalty.
marching it down to
And
the
another
41.
first
So
down.
now St. Mary's, through no cause of their own, is able to march it into.
And all of a sudden, we're looking
Sorry,
at a pretty
46.
realistic Hail Mary shot here.
Yeah. And with 6 seconds to go, I think that's down to the last play. And Carter, although he does have a big leg, or it might be A.J. Romano doing, or Micah Cuglietta doing the field goal duties for St. Mary's, but we'll see. We'll have to set it up. And they're bringing the kitchen sink here. Tucker's looking to scramble. That looked like a broken play there. I don't know what
Tucker
happened
with
there,
nowhere
but
to go. He gets sacked.
1.3 seconds to go, so they'll have one more chance, but 2nd and 10 from the
23, Cohen
46-yard line.
99 on
To
that
go
goal
for
on
it.
the tackle.
That looked like a coverage sack to me. Matty Tucker went through his first 2 reads. Didn't see much, tried to scramble, but by that time the pocket had already closed up on him.
And St. Mary's calls a timeout. Yeah, it was interesting to see. I saw Carter out here in the flats, but I don't think that would have been the call I would go for last play of the first half. But we'll see what they come up for. This will be the last play of the first half. So Coach Greg is out for the St. Mary's Knights, trying to organize his personnel.
And these are 2 very talented coaching staffs too. So second half adjustments can certainly change this one a bit. Be interesting to see how everyone comes out. A lot of brilliant minds on both sides of those sidelines, I guess you would call them.
I think St. Mary's has to do the most adjusting, being that they're down 19 points. They change their approach, or there's still a lot of time to settle in with their offense.
I don't think there's any rush. I mean, my approach to the playoffs here in Sault Ste. Marie is, well, we all make the playoffs, and we're all going to face each other twice. So my first time around, it's as much to find out who I have and what we're good at as it is to do with anything else on the other side of the ball. I would certainly see a lot of changes the next time these 2 teams play, no doubt.
Will Hydens in the backfield now, moving up. You got Kieran Juma out as a receiver. There's the the pass to Carter. 11 looking to move forward. Nice pass to Juma.
Oh, the old hook and ladder,
Hook and ladder.
Yeah.
Works down to the 15, but we've run out of time at the half.
Number 11.
The score is
Kieran Juma.
Korah Colts
He scampers
19,
the rest of
St.
the
Mary's
way.
Knights. We're going to take a 10-minute break here at Trios Sports and
To the
come back to
20.
you. So we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us. To Saultsports, and we've got a great showdown here with the St. Mary's Knights and the Korah Colts on this opening day of the Sault Ste. Marie High School football. I'm Scott McPherson, joined here with Jonathan Buchhold, and we are expecting a great second half. Coach, what are you calling for if you're the St. Mary's coaching staff?
Well, you have plenty of time. You got 2 quarters here, so get back to that quick passing game. Just try to get chunk plays, 5 yards at a time. Let your athletes go make some big ones for you. Big goal for defense is just corral the running game for Korah. Here we go.
And the kickoff from Carter is deep. Melchiori fumbles it in the end zone. Looks to pick it up. Now he's trying to scramble back to the goal line, rather. Tripped up. Makes it out to about the 14-yard line. So Melchiori with a return of 14 yards.
We'll see how they mark that. I think he touched it while in play, so it's not going to be considered a brought-out ball. If he was to play it from the end zone and get it out, it would automatically go up to the 25-yard line. But I think because he touched it in play, it's going to be marked right at the spot where he went down.
So as the coach mentioned, he took the ball about the 2-yard line, fumbled it, it traveled into the end zone. He was able to pick it up and retrieve it and run it out to about the 14 on the spot. And that's where the Korah Colts will take over. So up 19, 11:51 to go. Your second half is underway. St. Murdoch still as quarterback.
Yeah.
Nice little play there.
Yeah, I noticed Korah shift to a shotgun
Well,
now, so they're not under center any longer. I don't know
He's hit by Darian Pucci
if
right
it
off
was
the hop, right across
communication
the
and connection
Good for a
issues
couple-yard
that he was
gain.
having with his center or not, but they seem to have made an adjustment. I assume that's the reason for it.
That was a neat little play in the shotgun. Back to a little fake and end up in Karkidi's hands. Nice gain of about 5 yards. Brings up 2nd and 5 from the 14. Tackle on the play by Darian Pucci. There's Dad Stan watching that stands. There's a handoff to Gazzetti. Gazzetti is able to make 3 or 4 more and bring it up a decision for the coach. Looks like third and 2 here, so got a decision for the coach.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Tom Annett here, I have a lot of leeway. I've got 19-point lead. Giving up 2 points gives me a 3-score lead still, so I might even consider taking the safety here and just flipping the field back around. Make St. Mary's go a long way to a score.
Nixon Blair into punt.
Great play. Nixon Blair on the punt. Let's see if the coach is accurate in his assessment.
For the
He can steal one from Tom Annett's page. Again, Nixon Blair to receive the punt. Snap is up and it's good.
Oh, they're
and
going
he elects to punt it. And a nice punt by Blair. Going to be picked up on the run at the 48-yard line. And Carter's going to run out of bounds around the 41.
So St. Mary's with some pretty good field position here.
41-yard line.
Probably their best starting point of the day so far.
First and 10.
Yeah, they're going to get something moving here. They haven't had much success. They've had a few
St. Mary's.
Glimpses of success running the ball and passing the ball in the air. Looks like Matty Tucker's ready for the second half, and he's going to have to step up his game to get these Knights in a position where they can get back in the game and come back. Again, a beautiful day here at Sergeant John Fott Fieldhouse. If you have nothing to do this evening, come on over for the junior game between these Knights and the Colts. But if you're watching here, hope you enjoy the second half of our feature here with Jet Dewar running the ball. Looks like enough for a first down. Carries it deep into about the 32, depending on the spot.
Yeah, we spoke about Noah Valentine earlier in the day, just how tough he is, how effective he is as a trench fighter there, as a D lineman, but he just pancaked the kid as an O lineman too, so his blocking prowess is also very impressive.
He is a big individual and a smart football player. Parents Steve and Christina and big sister Hannah. Loving to watch number 2 do his thing, both sides of the ball. So here's Tucker. Single back. Is Dewar in the backfield. Hand off 55. Looked like he had him in there.
He slowed down with initial contact.
55.
23, Cohen Manchaleco comes in and finishes it off.
with the stop, but 55, Jojo Spina looked like he did a nice job penetrating and stopping him in the backfield. So nice teamwork by the Colts. That'll bring up a third.
Way to fly through your assignment there. Came through the gap, broke down, was able to get enough of a hand on the running back Jet Dewar to give help or allow time for help to come on defense. It's always impressive when a young man that size can move that fast through the line.
These boys, for the size of them, they sure do move feet fast. They have some nifty feet and some great coordination. So looks like Carter back to punt here on 3rd and 8. And one-man rush. He looks like he's going to angle it for the corner. He don't want to put it in the hands of
Carter
Gazzetti.
kicks it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's just a great play right there. You're not quite in range to try and go for the rouge. And the risk you take when you go for the rouge is you put it in the hands of the man you just mentioned. I don't know if I'm interested in
Colts.
giving Nathan Gazzetti that much space with the ball.
Yeah, you got to limit him on his get carries, and you got to limit him on his chances to hurt you. So nice job by Carter to put it out of bounds. Looks like they're spotting it around the 13-yard line. We'll see where it ends up. I mentioned Hannah de Valentin. I'd like to also put a special shout out there to all the sisters and brothers that support these athletes, including Charlie McPherson, sister of Jack. Supporting every game, making signs, cheering and rooting on their brothers. And welcome back for another season, folks. And glad you could join us. 19-0, your Korah Colts leading as they take over on offense. Looks like a handoff inside. Nice job by the Knights to swarm that and stuff that for a short gain.
Korah going back under center there, trying to get a little bit of disguise to their backfield. The nice thing about going under center and the wing T is your quarterback turns his back to the defense. It really forces everyone to sit and wait for who has the ball. Requires you to be a really assignment-based defense, really
Looks
disciplined.
like about 2 yards, 2nd and
So far,
8.
the D-line for St. Mary's has been that.
2nd and 8, gain of 2 on the play. This 3-down football. This is where, oh boy, what a nice stop by 65 Kent LeBlanc, I believe.
65 Kent LeBlanc.
Well, you talk about all the talent on these two teams, and the depth chart for both of them is very, very deep. Kent LeBlanc been around football for a long time. Coached him when he was on the Sioux Bobcats back in the day when we used to go across Michigan and play in the fall league.
Spotted around the 12-yard line.
Big kid, aggressive, good
That'll be
athlete,
3rd down.
loves football. It's grade 12 year, I believe, so we still get another year of him after this.
Absolutely. Enjoyed himself a nice season with Sabercats too. Again, one of those guys who's intense and aggressive, and if he can rein it in, he's an effective player and a great part of that defensive line for the St. Mary's Knights. So looks like they'll be forced to punt. They might take the rouge on this one, or the touchback. But he's standing on the 1. And looks like he'll do just that. And surrender the points. 7:56 to go.
Takes a
And
snap,
that'll make
backs
it
up.
21-0.
Sees
And
the
if anyone's
safety.
wondering why you would do that, what the strategy there is, it's really
St.
just a
Mary's
field
will get the
position
ball.
situation. So Korah's looking at the score. They have a 3-score lead as it is. 2 points against them is going to do too much damage. It's still a 17-point deficit that St. Mary's would have to overcome. The difference is now St. Mary's has to drive the entire length of the field instead of getting good field position after a short punt, or even a good punt would still leave you at the 50.
Yeah. And at this level, you know, anything can happen on a snap or a punt. And we don't have CFL legs here for punters, but although they are great kickers, it'd take a big boot to get and a fortunate bounce for Korah to get back to where they're starting now at the 35. So surrendering the 2 points. 17-point lead, as you mentioned. So we still have, if you're a St. Mary's fan, you still have to score 2 touchdowns and a field goal to get back to even. So that's your explanation as Tucker takes the reins. Looks like they're sprinting, going deep. Nope, all under routes. Complete to number 10, Carter.
Carter gets
just
it
shy
as
of
soon
the
as
first
he catches
down.
it.
Yeah, and this is St. Mary's
Number
bread and butter,
14,
especially with Matty Tucker as
Ethan Carbone
quarterback.
with the
He's just
tackle. Carter
so
does
efficient. His timing is so good on
Jump
those
for
short
another yard or
passes.
so. Not sure.
I think the only thing holding them back
mark it.
here today is just a lot of new cast and characters on the offense that try to build some chemistry
Looks
together.
like they're going to mark it somewhere on the 44.
And
1 yard shy of the
we got
first
a
down.
player down, so be a little bit of break in action here.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, a lot of new personnel. Person out with the injury, Trudeau moving on to graduation. Anthony Blonda moving on to college, so he was unable to become a weapon for Matty Tucker. Some of the familiar faces he's been used to over the years, and we have a injury timeout over there. Number 14, Ethan Carbone for the Colts, down and being tended to by the training staff. So they do a wonderful job, those trainers, for these athletes. And Carbone back to his feet, so want to shout out to all those athletic therapists and physiotherapists, chiropractors, and trainers that help these 4 programs, White Pines, Superior Heights, St. Mary's, and Korah. Do some excellent work. I want to shout out to them, especially Mr. Mac Liebes here.
Yeah, I'll give a nice shout out to Matt in Northern Chiropractic as well. Another one of his physiotherapists there, working with White Pines for his 3rd season, Kellen Pat.
And Tucker takes snap, hands off to 21, Hunter Jackson. Hunter Jackson tries to run over somebody.
21 Hunter Jackson gets the call.
Just a gain back to, maybe a gain of 1. We'll see on the spot. Might have enough for a first down.
Yeah, real close like here. I think they might even bring the chains out for this one.
Looks like across the plane of the 45. So,
sorry, not Will.
First down. They're moving the sticks here. So,
I thought it was an odd look there. You had Mr. Corelli there on the stick with a 3rd down marker further up ahead than the actual first down stick. So everything got sorted out there.
All right. So first down for the St. Mary's Knights on the carry by Jackson. Carter wide side here. Looks like he's supposed to line up offside, but no call on the play. Tucker throws and has number 17, Cole Reve wide open.
Drops it,
but Reve unable to hold on to it, so that'll bring up a second down.
And here watching a great battle between DeValentine and Commissar there. Left tackle and D-end. A couple of big dudes just trying to push each other around.
Number 85, Mitchell Commissar for the Colts, and his teammate with the Sabercats, Noah DeValentine, going at it. Mitchell Commissar, obviously Mom Stacy and Dad Matt, Aunt Christy, all probably watching here in the stands or back at home. We're glad you could join us at Saultsports TV here, and hope you're enjoying this fantastic matchup between the top 2 teams in last year's loop. As Tucker scrambles and runs for his life, he's going to have to get open. Needs 1 pickup for a block. Juma just enough to spring him to the 40-yard line.
Matty Tucker scrambles.
We think of Matty Tucker as a quarterback first, but he's sneaky fast too. He's very agile. He'll find space if you give it to him. Once he gets outside of the pocket, he's a danger with his legs as well. And he'll give you a little bit of aggression there at the finish too. He'll try to run you over if you're not watching out.
That's what I was going to point out, his maturity. Last year he would have taken on that tackler and risked popping his shoulder out or injury, but wisely got out of bounds at the 40-yard line and able to fight another day. So nice job by Matty Tucker to pick up the first down and more. Kieran Juma had a chance to block his man downfield and just didn't get enough to spring Matty Tucker, but a nice pickup nonetheless inside the Colts end zone, or sorry, not end zone, but field of play. And Tucker again looking with number 35 in the backfield. Screen pass over to Carter. Nice tackle by number 1.
Pass today, Carter is complete. He gets across the 45 before being tackled.
Carkidi on the tackle after a gain of 5 by Carter.
Yeah, nice little screen pass. Great work by number 50 from St. Mary's, Matteo Pascuzzi, getting out there in space to help with the blocking as well.
Carchidi with the tackle.
Turned about a 2-yard gain into what looks like a 5.
About 5 for the Knights on the 35-yard line.
Matteo Pascuzzi wearing number 50 like his dad Benny. Teammate of mine many years ago, and big shout out to his mom Joanne, his sister, who are probably watching the game here, the fans in the stands. Matty Tucker with the shotgun snap, hands off to 35. He bounces outside after a missed tackle, carries his tackler past
35. Red Levesque with a nice little scamper.
Looks like enough for a first down. Red Levesque on the carry.
17, Nathan Ryan.
Great vision there. Play was originally designed to go to the left. Mitch Commissar does a great job pinching down as a DN and taking on the pull guard. Forces the running back to look for an extra lane. Finds it on the backside and gets a first down.
Nice job. That's the first time we've had Rennie Levesque's number called as far as carrying the ball. So a nice pickup by Levesque for another first down. Ball on the 27, 8-yard line. And again, Tucker back in shotgun. Empty the backfield for Levesque. And they give it to him again. Back for another. This time not so fortunate as number 8.
They go back to Levesque.
Aiden Wanch.
He's hit behind the line. Number
doing a bang-up job to get loose. And
Aiden Wanch.
Levesque was close to getting away on that one, but Wanch, nice job penetrating in the backfield and making a stop for a loss. Probably a loss of 4 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 14.
Yeah, Korah has no lack of talent when it comes to their DNs. Commissar, obviously the veteran of the two, but Aiden Wanch certainly has a bright future at that position in this league as well.
Yeah, he was fun to watch this year during the SaberCat season too. Had a great season, great first step, great instincts. He's going to be a force in this league for sure. Tucker back to pass. He's got a man coming across the top. He's got Carter nowhere near.
Tucker looking down.
17 coming across the middle.
Yeah.
He had Cole Rivet across. That's what I thought it was originally going to be intended for, but Carter broke left and the ball was thrown to the post, and 2 Colts the closest to receiving that one.
Yeah, I couldn't help but notice Rivet coming across on that under route as well. Looked like he was wide open.
He was licking his chops hoping to get it, but obviously Matty didn't see him in time, and ball thrown incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down. So
sometimes it's hard to see over those big 6'2", 6'3" linemen there on the O-line.
And what do we have here? Looks like we're going to punt. Nate Carter back to punt. Gazzetti and Hyam in the end zone looking to get it out. And I think with the wind blowing the way it is, Carter might have an easy time launching it into the end zone. So see if St. Mary's can get down and cover.
Oh,
and
what
of course
a
he
boot.
drills it. It might not even stay in the field of play, but it does deep in the end zone. Hyam will have to get it out. Graham Matheson pursuing. He's able to get it out and more. 23 rather. Gets a 1 shot on him, but he's still on his feet and he's running.
Yeah, it's just great
There's
work
no
by
quit.
Hyam.
No quit in Hyam as he gets out
Nathan
to about
Hyam
the
with
10.
Good hard run.
So because he originally
They
played
couldn't
that
pull
in
him
the
down
end
at
zone,
one point,
he
like
gets
trying to
out of
tackle
the end zone,
water.
so that
He managed to get
automatically
out of the end
qualifies
zone.
you to move up to the 25-yard line, avoiding the rouge.
So they'll move the ball forward as
Launching it
Hyam
into the
is
end zone, so
down.
Looks like they're
See
going to
if
mark
up
it.
slowly, so get down and cover. Looks like the training staff might have to come
Oh,
out. And
what
of
a
course he
boot.
drills it. It might not even stay in the field of play, but it does deep
show
in the
you
end zone.
our
Hyam will have to get it out.
sponsors.
Graham Matheson pursuing. Thanking them for their support. All right, welcome back. We thank all our sponsors for supporting high school football here in Sault Ste. Marie. 2:33 to go in the 3rd quarter. Korah marching from the 25 after the punt by Carter into the end zone. Nice job, but it's a pick by 13. Blair Boudreau able to shut it down at the 35. And a beautiful interception.
13, Blair
Pass a little
Boudreau comes
underthrown
up
there,
with
but
it. We do have a flag
Boudreau made a nice break on it.
somewhere around the 5-yard line.
There's a flag in the ends or the backfield. Might be roughing the passer.
Nope, they're calling for.
Hold
So
it.
as of right now, Boudreau with the interception.
They're calling for Noah DeValentine, the captain, to assess the damage here, and it looks like it's going to be holding against the offense. High school football here in Sault Ste. Marie. 2:33 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Boudreau with a big play
Korah
there.
marching from the
Giving St. Mary's a little bit of
25
hope here
after
in
the
the
punt
3rd
by
quarter.
Carter into the end zone. Nice job. So Noah DeValentine forced.
So that's a hold against
With
Korah.
the
penalty
skill
will be
testing
declined,
question.
rightfully so. St. Mary's
Do you want to
gets
move
the
it half
ball
the
off the
distance to the
interception
goal,
of
or do you want the
Boudreau.
ball? So
Yeah.
smartly, Noah DeValentine takes the ball. St. Mary's will take over at the 30-yard line, maybe. We'll see where they spot it. 31.
Yeah, it's always funny watching Grev with young players as a head official. Sometimes they'll give you a little head nod or a head shake to tell you what you should be doing. When he sees the confusion register on a kid's face with the options.
Yeah. I remember from my days coaching at St. Mary's, we often ask the referee why they presented the 2 options when they're so ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
very obvious which one he
obviously
should
have
take
to.
most times, yeah.
I've seen it go the wrong way sometimes, though, because kids so nervous. So Tucker back to pass. He looks for. What a great job by 24. Almost pulled it in. Nicholas Carney
Nicholas Carney, the intended
Just
target,
out-
bounces off the inside.
just
of
passes
his hand.
outstretched hands,
Ball's
but he almost
incomplete.
did OBJ and job to pull that one in. So a nice effort by Kearney, but incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 32 with 2:07 to go.
Yeah, and you talk about that chemistry that comes with playing football together for a long time. Matty Tucker and Kearney just a little bit off with each other yet so far, but Kearney's been open a couple of times here, middle of the field, so someone you might want to look out for later in the season as a potential breakout player.
22, Will Idens, and 21, Hunter Jackson in the backfield for the St. Mary's Knights. Matty Tucker to accept the snap. Nice ball. Beautiful snap.
Great protection, too.
He's got to scramble away from Wanch. Not easy things to do as trips him
Tucker
up.
eventually brought down by number 8, Aiden Wanch.
Yeah, you know, that's a coverage sack right there. Matty Tucker had a lot of time. The O-line did a really good job. Fortunately, Korah is just doing a really, really stout job covering a lot of those plays.
Yeah. I heard the other play-by-play broadcaster there saying that Matty had a guy open, but I didn't see it. Korah did a nice job, and obviously neither did Matty Tucker, able to try to scramble out and almost got it, but a nice play by Wanch to grab those shoelaces and pull him down.
A little bit of extracurricular after that play too, a little bit of jawing, but like you said and we mentioned earlier, a lot of these guys are teammates during the summer, been teammates when they were younger on hockey teams, so as much as it's competitive and it looks a little heated, these guys are probably going to hang out at some point in the next couple of weeks just as friends as well. So
it's nice to watch let the officials see them play. And there is Carter with a stutter step and delay on the kick. Nice bounce for the St. Mary's Knights. Colts will have to get it out, and there's no pursuit by the Knights until the 5-yard line.
Brought out to about the
yeah, you end up in no man's land there when you're a coverage guy downfield. You don't want to get in that 5-yard zone because you can't be within 5 yards of the player when they play the punt, or else it's a penalty. When you're trying to corral them in the end zone too and get that 1-point rouge, it kind of puts you in a weird spot, standing and waiting.
Now the 5-yard zone is still in effect in the end zone as well, but it's a little easier when it's on the field of play because you can see the lines distinctly, right? Is it a judgment call by the referee?
Yeah, almost every time, and they don't really have clear lines when they're judging that, right? You're coming from all different angles, so even when you are on the line part of the field, I imagine that it's a tough call for them. Find a lot of times they'll usually defer to just calling the penalty instead of assuming it wasn't, just for the player's safety. You don't want anybody getting rocked while they're trying to pick up the ball.
No. Yeah, it's all in the interest of player safety as Zane Murdoch takes the snap, hands it off inside, and a gain of about 3 or 4 up the middle.
Gazzetti with a good hard run.
Gazzetti running tough in between the tackles. Bring up 2nd and 6. Last minute ticking down here in the third quarter. This time we'll thank our sponsors again, Northern Spirits Excellence, Trio Sports Radio, Reliance Home Comfort, Algoma District School Board, Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, and Algoma Thunderbird Athletics. We thank them for their sponsorship, and we urge you to give them a call and support them as they support football here in Sault Ste. Marie. So 26 seconds to go and counting. Murdoch receives the snap. It's a bad snap. Ball hits the deck. Murdoch's able to jump on it with Gazzetti in close quarters.
Murdoch falls on it. That'll be.
So there's that shotgun snap that went a little lost.
Yeah, I feel like Korah, they're going to go back to film. They're going to work on that this week to figure out which style of snapping works best for them because they've had their issues on both styles.
Mm-hmm.
First time that King and Zane Murdoch have been playing together, I assume. A couple years between them, so.
Yeah, just a matter of getting familiar with your new players and developing that chemistry as we talked about earlier. And week 1, by the end of this year, to be relatively unrecognizable. As Cameron Contalainen gets a start back here to return the kick, and they decide to kick it. And there's Contalainen, got to get up on that ball and charge it, catch it in the air. Managed to do so. Did a nice job. Oh, a nice pursuit by the Korah defender, number 26, Hunter Dickinson.
Hey, Hunter Dickinson is another one of these young players that you're going to hear his name called for a long time in this league. Still a young man, I think just grade 11 if I'm not mistaken. Might be thinking his brother, but either way, the Dickinson brothers, very smart, high IQ football players. On that one, he was just patient. Let the blocker assume he had him covered and then ripped out of the block. Did a great job angling towards the play.
And I remember well Hunter Dickinson last year playing junior football, calling his name quite often, and again up to the senior program now, and just waiting for his chance, and definitely made people notice on that last play. So
play of the third quarter.
As well, Cameron Contalane, a nice little return, catch it in the air and make a few yards before being tackled. So well done to Cameron Contalane and his dad, Mark. Tucker up to pass. He's got a man, and he's got him up. Here's a jump ball, usually brought down by Carter, and it's a touchdown. Well done.
And it's still extracurriculars going on. That was just an incredible play. We'll talk about the good of that play as opposed to what's going on right now. But listen, Nate Carter went up, double coverage, high pointed that ball, initially got the ball knocked out of his hands, still managed to stay focused and grab it on the way down.
And again, Nate Carter, one of the best with any jump ball. He and Jaden Trudeau last year, a lot of miracles catches, a lot of great concentration catches when you got hands in your face and man on you. And Nate Carter was able to come down with that one. And I'm sure we're going to see the highlight reel. I'll see it on Jack's iPhone a little later. But that was a great catch by number 10. And I told you it was only a matter of time before he came to play here. And he's made a big impact here in the last play of the third quarter.
Well, there's not much a quarterback can ask for more than a tall, aggressive receiver you can just throw it up to when you need a big play.
Yeah, and that's what Matty Tucker got there. Big 6 now, and looks like
we'll see what the fallout is from that little scuffle, too. I didn't see any flags, but I don't know.
Looks like they might be going for 2 points here to try to trim the advantage a little bit. They're down 19-8 at the time, end of the third quarter.
Unnecessary roughness, goal. Your options are, you can take the extra point on
so they're explaining the options on the penalty. It was a unsportsmanlike. So I'm assuming they're probably going to take 15 yards on the kickoff and try this extra point.
Yeah, it's a dead ball foul, so you have options as to how you want to apply the penalty. Instead of moving up your point after, which is already a pretty easy play from this distance, you might as well use that yards for field position later.
Yeah, so an unnecessary roughness call on the Colts. Penalty or touchdown stands, and it's good for 6 points, making the score 19-8. Looks like Carter is set to extra point. Tucker on the hold, but you might see a little goofy here with Tucker holding the snap. They might try a little trickery. The call's coming in from Coach Greg.
Yeah, him just being on the field makes you a little more aware as a defender on this play.
Yeah. So let's see if Tucker keeps his knee down. Once his knee is down, I think he's ineligible to run with the ball. So maybe it is the true single after, but stay tuned. Ball is up. And looks like a flag on the play.
Up and good. We do have a
I
flag
didn't see
on
the offense, but 2 flags on the grass.
I think it might have been illegal formation or too many men.
So another one of those week 1 things, but we'll see if they count it.
And look, special teams, if you're going to have a place where you have personnel issues, it's always going to be special teams. Coaching staffs are always yelling. Always one person who's either going on when they shouldn't or somebody who's not on the field when they should be week 1. Frustrating situation for coaches, but it comes with the territory.
And it's tough, too, with coaches having so much to think about, and then kids coming off with sub-ins and injuries and needing a breather or just not paying attention sometimes. And that's the worst thing to be is strictly a special teams player, because then you get kind of distracted and lose your way you're not in the game as much as a regular player, and they need you and you're not there. So that could be an expensive point, though. I believe that it went up and through, so.
I think they're going to ask for the point after to be replayed here. At least that's what I thought I heard from the ref's mic.
Looks like Coach Anna wants another explanation on the play. So they're looking at their options.
Well, you know it's an unsure situation when even the refs themselves are having a
puzzled
conference over it.
So Coach Anna is out to get an explanation for the play. I don't know if he's allowed to be out that far, but he's wanted to hear the discussion by the officials, and they're going to come back with that ruling shortly. You're here for a great game. It's 19-8. Your Colts from Korah leading the St. Mary's College Knights. End of the third quarter here. We have a great end of the third with a spectacular catch by Carter for the touchdown. A couple of penalties on the play. 5 yards.
Okay, so
tacked onto the kickoff instead.
Kick is good, and the 5 yards will be applied on the kickoff.
And I thought it was more than 5 on the kickoff, but I guess it's an offside. It's just a 5. So they conceded the extra point by the looks of it and allowed it to score, so it should be 19-9, yes, correct on the board now.
Yeah.
And they're going to take the 5 yards on the kickoff, so they're going to push them back 5 for the offside.
I'm wondering if it's going to be 20 yards moved up, because they had the 15 yards still from the
from the infraction.
extracurriculars.
Yeah, for infraction after the touchdown. You're correct. Well, that's quite a turn of events. As we begin the fourth quarter, we're glad you can make it here at the Superior Heights John Fott Fieldhouse. We've got a great day of football underway here, and got another game at 7 o'clock with the same St. Mary's Knights versus the Korah Colts in junior action. You're watching the senior game. Great tilt right now with the Colts leading the Knights rather, 19-9. Glad you can make it here. Thanks for joining us here on True Host Sports Radio. And we're in for a great finish here, so don't go anywhere. If you want, come on down for the 7 o'clock start here at Superior Heights. You can watch us on True Host Sports Radio, or listen to us on True Host Sports Radio, and watch us on Rogers TV or Sioux Sports TV. So glad you could join us here. I'm Scott McPherson, here with Jonathan Bujold, and prepping for the kick is Nate Carter. So a 10-point game, so a touchdown and a field goal. So great action here.
Off right at midfield.
And it'll continue into this fourth quarter. Carter set to kick. Little script kick.
Running it back.
Down to the 10. Nice when a script kick goes that far, but took a nice St. Mary's bounce.
Picked up by Melchiori. He goes right up the middle.
Melchiori out
Gets
to the top,
the 34-yard line before being stopped.
28. And that's where the Korah Colts will take over.
Will Iadance on the tackle.
Yes.
Iadance with tackle for St. Mary's.
As long as it works.
First
You're
and
kicking
10,
that ball
Korah
deep.
from their
Doesn't
own
matter if it's in the air or
29-yard
bounces.
line.
Sometimes the bouncers can be more challenging as a returner.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can bounce right over your head and you think that you haven't lined up. Also on kickoffs, ball's always live. So you also create the extra element of maybe they don't pick it up on time. Somebody gets down there and covers it, recovers.
And Nate Carter has a big leg and often out kicks his coverage. So sometimes a nice squib. You want to take it out of the hands of those returners for the Colts. So smart play and it seemed to work out. Nice return by Melchiori out to the 28. That's where they'll start. Oh, inside draw. Oh, defense well, but slipping out of the grasp of Grant Mathewson was 22 Gazzetti. Gain of about 7 there.
Before being taken down.
I have a funny feeling Coach Corell is going to watch the film this week and be very frustrated because overall this defense has shut down Gazzetti. All of his yards have been after contact. It seems there hasn't been a single clear break up the field. Just slippery, runs hard. Arm tackles do not work on him.
And I've seen Grant Mathewson working out in the gym, and it's hard to get past him, and he's got an iron grip there, so he's able to slip through there, and that was a nice job. Great pursuit here, but he's loose again, and could be the difference here.
Gazzetti he's gone.
Is stretching his legs
Touchdown,
for 6.
Colts.
It is just
But we
crazy
do have a flag right here.
Gazzetti can take over a game.
49-yard line.
And the far side had pursuit towards him, but by the time they got back to the line of scrimmage, he was long gone.
And I mean, what even a great recovery. The pitch was kind of behind him. He had to turn and stop for it. Gets his eyes upfield, finds a lane, and his speed. You think you have him angled up. It makes sense in your head when you're trying to tackle somebody that fast until you try to get there and realize you're not as fast as you thought you were.
Is that a flag that they're calling?
It looks like it was a holding.
Holding against goal, so that'll come all the way back.
It may have been after the first down, no? Oh, no.
Second down repeated, back 10.
So those points come back off the board. Fortunate for St. Mary's on that one.
Hopefully St. Mary's can learn from that mistake and not let it happen again. Big mistake for
Korah.
As the hold. And I didn't see where the flag was, but I don't think there was a hold in around the play where it would have made a big impact on the breakaway speed from 22.
Yeah, I'll defer that to the officials. I'm going to choose to stay in their good graces instead.
No, I'm just I meant commenting on the fact that the player probably would have still would have been a touchdown had the player not got engaged. Yeah.
Almost repeats itself.
Yeah.
Gazzetti looking to
just
do it
going
again,
left side now.
Midfield.
Juma with another stop.
Juma.
The gain is there. Not
25 yards.
End zone run, but 25 yards out to the 55-yard line. A midfield.
On the
Yeah,
carry.
you really can't
Sets
take a
up
play
first
off
and
when you're
10 for the
facing Nathan
Colts.
Gazzetti. All it takes is one missed tackle, one missed block, one missed assignment.
And Coach Annett deciding, and the offensive coordinator for the Colts say, well, if you can't stop us on the left, we'll try on the right. And obviously Gazzetti effective in getting the yardage. It's not a touchdown, but that's what they're striving for. 10:08 to go. Zane Murdoch still back with Melchiori in the backfield now. And Melchiori on the run looks, thought we were going to see that shovel pass, but Murdoch rolls out. 66 pursuing him. Throws incomplete across the middle. Nice job rolling out and passing. Intended for 19 Tyakoski. Comes up
Murdoch's
short.
pass,
Empty.
ball's incomplete.
Oh,
Mr. Fitzpatrick getting involved in the tumbling around out there.
great routine. Just got to work on the landing.
Yeah.
Jimmy putting blood, sweat, and tears into it. And that's on first down, an incomplete pass, which brings up 2nd and 10 from the 54. These officials do a great job, so you got to keep them in your good graces and applaud the effort. They're out here week in, week out, and they do yeoman work to keep this a great event. So hats off. Here comes big rush by 13. Ball's up, and nice job by
Murdoch
number 3,
downfield.
Liam Willett, to break up that
For
pass
Hunter
intended
Dickinson.
for Hunter Dickinson.
Yeah, great coverage
Liam
there.
Willett
Tracing it back to the officials,
blasted
too.
away. Out
Long
of
day
harm's
for
way.
those
That'll
men
be
as well.
third and
4
goal.
straight
Colts.
games, 12 hours of football.
You'd have to-
Obviously, go ahead.
I'd just say you'd have to be crazy or love it to be here. So again, well done.
Well, and I think officials always get a bad rap, but anyone who knows these officials, good men in our community, they give their time. They put up with a lot of abuse as well, which shouldn't be the case. Gentle reminder to not mistreat the officials. We're very fortunate to have them here.
Yep.
Can't have football without them.
As our PSA to fans, players, coaches, and anybody involved in football, take care of these officials. As the punt is off late, angled to the sidelines and to the
Ball
Korah
goes straight
bench.
out of bounds.
Ball looks to be placed between the 25-30 yard line. So St. Mary's will take over, hoping to chip away at this 10-point Korah Colts lead. 9:23 to go.
You know, this is the veteran nature coming through, the championship nature coming through with St. Mary's. Getting down early in the first half. Looks pretty bleak at the break. Come out in the second half, and they're chipping away at Korah here.
They've all probably been involved in a game where they were down 21 plus points and came back and believed in what they were doing and eked out a victory. So probably that was the message for the captains and the coaches in the dressing room at the half that, you know what, we're down a bunch, but we're not out of it. So let's just stay the course. And obviously Colts trying to hold on to this lead to finish it out and open their season with a win. Tucker back in the shotgun. Empties backfield. Passes that swing pass to the hitch screen, to Nate Carter. That does a little dancing, getting away, but he's opened himself up so there's some
Pass
contact here.
complete to Carter. Nate's looking around for some room, but just sees a sea of gold.
So that was that screen pass that you've used
He's
with
tackled
some
after
success today, but
Very short game.
Colts able to quickly jump 3 on him and bring him down after a few jukes.
Yeah, great job of the defense corralling it there. I think Nate might have gotten a couple more yards if he had just dropped his shoulder and gone for it, but at the same time, we all know Nate. He always has the end zone on his mind. He likes to be a game breaker, so he's always going to try and find you a little bit extra whenever he gets the ball.
All right, so 2nd and 10 from the 33. Tucker to receive the ball. Juma might be offside, but he's going sprinting long. Got to keep running your route, son. As Duck throws up, Tucker throws the ball, and it's almost picked off. Might have been an offensive
Pass
pass
is
interference
incomplete,
there,
almost picked off.
You know what, though? I
Intended for number 24,
want to give some
Nicholas
credit
Carney.
to Carney there because that's an interception if he doesn't get involved, and
Yep.
you'd rather risk the penalty than have the ball go the other way.
Williamson on the defense there, but nice job by Carney to break that up, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Matt Tucker unable to get a good arm on that one. A little wobbler up in the air, and at risk of being intercepted, but nice job by Carney to break that up, and that'll be 3rd down, which means Carter will come back to do the duties for punting.
Yeah, the coverage outstanding on that play, but also want to give a good kudos to the O-line there. They did a great job giving Matty a long pocket. Unfortunately, nobody was able to get open downfield, but the O-line certainly doing its part here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah. They had two deep routes on the right side, and I know that Matty was looking left first, but those guys keep running their routes, and maybe they'll see that in film that they could have come back to the ball or made themselves open. And anyway, that's for the coaches to suss out. And here we go with Carter, and he's looking to kick, doesn't get past the line of scrimmage, and drives it into somebody's backyard. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to kick it on the run, but he's able to kick it before he got to the line of scrimmage, which was nice. And
it'll be Korah's ball.
We'll see where they spot it.
Yeah, he was flirting with that line of scrimmage there a bit when he was running up, but officials decided that he was able to get it off before crossing that line.
I know it was 3rd and 10, but I was hoping or expecting him maybe to tuck it away and run it. Again, not a lot of pressure from that Colts defense, but maybe they haven't noticed that or don't want to take the risk this early.
Yeah, it certainly looked like he may have thought about it, but I think that's also a sign of maturity and growth in Carter, because Carter a couple years ago would have taken that opening. I think now he's a veteran player who understands field position is important in a game like this and elected to play it safe.
Colts need another guy if the St. Mary's Knights can get the snap off. Actually, it's a Colts ball, so they'll wait for their linemen to get in there. And Zane Murdoch making motions in the backfield. He's going to hand off to Melchiori this time. Nice tackle by 54 Katie, but a pickup of about 5 yards.
Melchiori gets cross line.
Yeah, and I can see that being Korah's strategy here in the fourth quarter. Just let all the running backs wear down the defense. Haven't seen Caleb Thibodeau out there in a bit. I'm wondering if he's battling something that's nagging him.
Yeah, he's done duty on both sides of the ball today, so maybe he's had something lingering, and maybe it's up 10. Maybe they want to give him a little rest and give somebody else a chance to come out and prove themselves. So hopefully 0 is good to go for next week. So looks like Zane Murdoch's in trouble. He's getting forced.
That was.
Kent LeBlanc's on the quarterback. First grass looked like it was to the face mask, but we'll see if they were calling that.
Up by 65.
65, Kent LeBlanc's taking down Murdoch.
That certainly looked like
no flag on the play. But
yeah, it looked like a broken play to me. There was some confusion in the first couple of steps there for Murdoch, so I don't think that everyone was on the same page on that one.
Sack is about a 10-yard loss. That's a set up 3rd down.
Sad feeling on a broken play when you got to look up to see a couple of the big fellas coming at you and licking their chops, and LeBlanc's no different, coming hard and brought him down violently there. So good to see that Zane Murdoch is up and okay.
Yeah, don't ever let anybody tell you quarterbacks aren't tough. They take some of the biggest hits.
Yeah, they stand in for a beating for sure. So Colts back to punt, 3rd and many. Nice kick. So we're getting caught in the air. Number 27 again. 27, Contalainen. Nice job for the young grade 11 student athlete. Nice job. Return that one to the 41-yard line, 46 rather, sorry. So the St. Mary's Knights have some a lot of work and a little short time to do it. So 6:41 to go. This is the 4th quarter, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to adjust that on the scoreboard there. 6:41 to go. Korah Colts up 10. So a touchdown and a field goal is what's needed for the St. Mary's Knights looking to complete this comeback. I want to remind you that next week, Colts, their next game is September 12th against White Pines against Korah at 7:30. There'll also be junior games in the same days at 4:30, I believe, all at Superior Heights Field. So if you can get out and support them, hopefully we'll have some nice weather for high school football. Tucker takes a snap. He's looking underneath. He's got 17 and a big decleater by 23. Cohen Manchelenko with a big stop. 17 lucky to be up there.
Yeah, glad to see Cole Rivet jump straight back up though.
Yeah.
Pass, obviously incomplete.
Gets back in the huddle.
I think he's taking a knee, so he's going to take a little breath here. And rightly so, because that was a big pop from Manchelenko, who's a heavy hitter and coming across the middle. Tough way to make a living as a slot receiver.
Yeah, no doubt. We mentioned it earlier. You had talked about guys like Kelsey and Kittle in the NFL who constantly put their own well-being on the line to run crosses in the middle. Takes some bravery to be that receiver who wants to run those.
Absolutely. And Cole Rivet walking off under his own power with the trainer's assistance, so nice to see that. Hopefully he just got a little wind knocked out of him, and it's nothing concussion related, which is always very scary.
They'll repeat first down.
So back 10, 15, or sorry, 1st and 20. Must have been a penalty on the play.
Yeah, I think I missed that one. I
did too.
following Cole there to make sure he was good.
Yep. So 6:31 to go. St. Mary's Knights digging a little bit of holes for themselves. Need 20 to move the sticks. At what time do you start going? You start chipping for the field goal right now, or touchdown all the way?
The hardest part is the touchdown, so I take it if I can get it. But if you run out of options, you're going to take those 3 points now and hope for the best later.
Broken play by Tucker. He opened left.
A little bit of confusion in the backfield. We got
the back went
flag
right.
Just beyond the 50.
Flag near the 50 is called by Mr. Babako. We'll see what the call is about. We're talking to the St. Mary's players. Oh, no. Might have picked up the flag. I don't see anyway. Oh. All right. Sorry, just looking for the call here. Penalty is declined. So I'm assuming that was a penalty against St. Mary's and they declined it.
Yeah,
anyway.
Korah looking to put them in a situation where they have to go for it here. No point in accepting the penalty and keeping that first down when you can force a 3 and out here.
Okay, so
no.
Dead ball foul, unnecessary roughness is the call.
Well, that's
against St. Mary's, obviously. So.
Yeah, that certainly changes things. You're going to want to take that penalty now instead of declining it.
All right, so with 6:01 to go in the 4th, St. Mary's moving in the wrong direction. Korah Colts looking to hang on to a 19-9 lead. There's a penalty on the play.
Rough play against
St. Mary's, so we'll be marching back.
And that'll back him up 15.
And make the task a little harder for Mr. Matty Tucker. He's had himself a good game here in the first opener. Obviously looking for a few deep balls to put some more points on the board, but Colts doing a nice job on defense.
St. Mary's up 15 yards.
6 minutes and 3 down football. Still plenty of time. You do start to feel the pressure a bit when it is a 2-score deficit that you have to overcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll need something on this possession to have some belief. And Matty Tucker's the man to do it. Got man in motion, and that's Carter. So look to him as your primary here. And a handoff inside, and looks like Dewar is breaking out for 10.
With a good hard run up
Still
the middle.
Short about 16 yards, so more of a possession thing where they get themselves in better field position for a punt. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Looks like Coach Corelli's going to bring out the punt team. Play things smart here.
And Korah Colts happy to let the clock tick down. Which is kind of strange because you need time as of the essence, and you need all those ticks on the clock. So let's hope they get up to the ball quickly and snap it. That was 5:28 when the last play ended, so 27 seconds off the clock. Carter with a nice boot. Eddie bobbles it, but hangs on, and he's tackled about the 47-yard line. So Korah Colts with the ball. St. Mary's defense has played very well today, as you mentioned, except from a couple of breakaways for Nathan Gazzetti. They've done a nice job containing the Colts offense, but they're going to have to come up with something special here to keep their team in the game and allow their offense back on the field.
Yeah, we talk about the experience and the maturity of St. Mary's team and how they've been through the battles too, but you can't forget Korah is 1 year removed from being the immovable object that we all thought they were, right? Tom Hannett's been itching to get back there. Give him all the confidence in the world that he will obsess over getting back there. He's a great football coach, built this program from scratch. There's Thibodeau.
Nice to see number 0 in there, and he's moving to pile. Him against the world, and enough for a first down, depending on the spot. Everywhere. Gain of about 10.5 yards, 11 maybe.
Well, you talk about closures of baseball, you think Mariano Rivera, guys who would come in and just shut down a game. Well, in football, a closer is a big power back. You can just wear out a defense when you're trying to run the clock down.
And I was surprised, like maybe you said that Thibodeau may have been injured, maybe he has something nagging, but I would have run him many, many times in that first half just to wear down that St. Mary's defense. But again, that's a good problem to have when you have Gazzetti Melchiori and Thibodeau back there. Karkides also done some running. Had Zane Murdoch lunges forward for
Big
the first
push from
down.
the Korah line, they get the first down.
It was a 2nd and 1, a gain of only 9 on the previous play. So 2nd and 1 brings quarterback sneak. Zane Murdoch up 5 to the St. Mary's 50 for a first down. Don't forget, Coach, we got to pick the players of the game at the end of the 4th quarter here. So a lot of honorable mentions, a lot of great performances tonight. So we'll have to pick up some of those. Sponsored by Wendy's and Team Essentials. So we will choose those players of the game for their respective teams, and they will win a gift certificate and a T-shirt from Team Essentials and from Wendy's. So thanks again for your support. Stay tuned for those players of the game. Thibodeau again with the ball. Put it away, 2 hands on the ball.
Back to Thibodeau.
Nice
Goes to the left.
off tackle run.
Looks like he gets
Picks up 2 or 3 yards.
close to the 45.
He's just a big, strong kid. Even when you make contact with him, and it doesn't look like he's moving all that fast. By the time the whistle blows, it seems like he's falling forward 4 yards every time.
And as a defensive player, I remember those games where you'd come up and you'd want to match, pound for pound with that guy across from you, and those big backs.
That's
First quarter, you accepted the contact. 4th quarter, you're so tired and worn out. They exert their toll on you, and you have nothing left to give at the end. Much credit to those big backs who run straight ahead and fall forward for a couple extra yards. As Gazzetti tries to carry.
St. Mary's defense smothered him.
St. Mary's doing a nice job there. That was on 2nd and 10.
I think that might have been another broken play. It just looked like the pull guard maybe
65, Kent LeBlanc.
went in a different direction than what the play designed, or it was a false pull. I'm not sure, but defense able to corral the running back there, and now Korah looks like they're going to have to punt.
So a nice job by the St. Mary's defense, allowing their offense a chance to get back on the field, and that's sometimes what you need. Sometimes your defense is the one that creates the opportunities for you, and now the offense led by Matty Tucker is going to have to pull a magic rabbit out of their hat, down 10 with 2:23 to go. But it starts with the next play, which will be a punt on 3rd and 9 from the 49.
Yeah, although they didn't get a whole lot of field position there on that one, just a first down. Korah was able to knock off a good 3 minutes off the clock. Certainly a frustrating feeling when you're St. Mary's and you're trying to preserve your timeouts, but you're also running out of time to make some noise here.
And again, it looks like they might have to go to the air for 2 points. That A, they need 10 points, and B, when you run the ball, the clock keeps running. So unless they have a hurry-up offense, we can give it back to the line of scrimmage and roll off those plays quickly. And I haven't seen a lot of high school programs that are efficient in that hurry-up offense. So again, might change your play calling a little bit, especially since you're down 2 scores with 2:23 to go.
Yeah, no doubt. And passing game definitely makes sense for time preservation too. Clock stops after every play in the final 3 minutes, but on passing plays that are incomplete, it does not restart once the ball's blown in. So even if you do have an incompletion, it's not the worst thing, so it preserves the clock for you.
All right, it's punt upcoming.
Ooh.
Nice boot by Nixon, I think. Nixon Blair maybe. Conlane bumbles this one. He's going to have some room this way, but he tries to sidle up the sideline.
He does well.
Nice spin move. Is that a flag down on the play?
Looks like
So
one
we'll
back
see.
here.
Yeah. Relatively pretty flag-free for the first game of the year. I've seen some that have been marathons because of the lack of flow in the game, but this one is a pretty well-played game. And hats off to both these teams.
Yeah, sometimes you worry when the officials aren't throwing the flag too much, the game might get out of hand or players might take advantage. But so far, officials have done not only a great job of not throwing a lot of flags, but also keeping control of the tone and the tempo. It's been a little bit of pushing and shoving, but that's just from years of knowing each other, these two teams.
Yep. We got holding call on the play.
So they'll be holding against St. Mary's. That'll back them up.
So St. Mary's again with another flag. That'll negate that run back by Contalainen.
Ladies and gentlemen, as this game winds down, just a reminder.
So again, one last chance to thank our sponsors today: Northern Sports Excellence, Truehouse Sports Radio, Jonathan Bujold with Reliance Home Comfort, Algoma District School Board,
have their
Huron
warm-up.
Superior Catholic District School
Next
Board,
weekend on the
and
12th.
Algoma Thunderbird Athletics.
Junior and senior
Reminder
action,
again
White Pines
that
versus
week
Korah.
2 starts for
4:45
the
junior
high
starts,
school loop
7:30 senior.
next Thursday,
Same
September
times
12th at
for
White
the Friday
Pines
night where
versus
St. Mary's will
Korah,
be taking on Superior
and next
Heights.
Friday, St. Mary's
Love to
against
have you
Superior Heights at 7:30 for the senior starts, 4:30 for the junior game. So Matty Tucker on the run, scrambling. He runs over number 22 as Gazzetti stands up and makes the tackle. So again,
we're running out of ways to compliment Gazzetti now,
Taken down by Gazzetti.
because laying a big hit on the quarterback here on defense. Special teams is an all-timer. Obviously a great running back. Gets involved in the blocking as well.
yeah,
I don't think there's any coach out there that wouldn't want a Nathan Gazzetti on
No
their
gain
roster.
on the play.
and of course you saw Matty Tucker's eyes light up. So he figured, I got a few pounds on this guy. I'll just truck him and head on down the highway, and stopped in its tracks.
A couple of guys that shared a backfield together all summer too, so they know each other pretty well.
Absolutely. All right, Tucker back for the shotgun, running out of time, 1:57 to go. Gonna have to pull some magic as they work from the shadow of the goalpost. Ball on the 13. He's got a man, but he's got to step up and cross the line of scrimmage. You're going to want to get out of bounds
Tucker
for that
trying
one.
to scramble for a
26.
first down.
26, Dickinson with a nice job keeping him in bounds and making a tackle
Knocked out
short
ball
of the
Dickinson.
first
Turner.
down. So I think they're going to have to go for it. Third down situation here. So don't imagine they're going to punt.
They'll set up third down for St. Mary's. We do have an injury
And
timeout.
down on the play, number 25, Turner Dickinson.
Yeah, I think Turner just got a little twisted up on that tackle. Hopefully he's okay.
Had himself a good game along with his brother Hunter. I'm assuming they're brothers. Am I
Yes.
correct on that?
Yep.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be nice to have two of them. I would take one of them on my team.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple of ball hawks too. We haven't seen them get too involved in that way, but by the end of the season, you will hear interception by Dickinson in some way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised in late in this second half that we haven't seen more deep balls from Matty Tucker. He's got a great arm. He's got some weapons down there, and down a couple scores for most of the second half. I think he would try to stretch the field, but again, that's the OC's decision to stay with their game plan. But
Oh, so
now
third about
on
3
third
for the
down, I
Knights.
think they're going to have to not necessarily pass, but definitely go for it. So 3rd and 3 from the 20, 1:40 to go. Korah Colts hoping for a big stop here on third down. That would pretty much salt it away for the Colts, barring an emergency or a fumble. So they got a 3-man front on the Korah side, playing that under, that soft coverage. So I think they'll probably try a run up the middle. Unless they're blitzing backers, but Tucker with the snap. Oh, trying to freeze.
Yeah, trying to get them to jump offside there a bit.
Almost one, and they take a penalty. So now it's 3rd and 8. So they've lost time. Either called a timeout. No, they've timed it out.
Timeout St.
So
Mary's.
it wasn't a delay of game penalty, but a timeout for St. Mary's, and that's their second last one.
Yeah, and I'm assuming certainly intentional and deliberate by Coach Caruso there. Try to get the defense to jump offside, see what kind of discipline they have. If they go, you get a free first down, no time off the clock. If they don't, you have yourself teed up to call a timeout.
And well done by the Colts to stay at home and be disciplined in that regard. And
Yeah, got to give Coach Elliott a shout out there at Korah for years and years. One thing that Korah's D-line and junior has always been known for is discipline on the ball. So big shout out to Coach Elliott. Always makes very disciplined D-linemen.
I remember Coach Elliott when he played, when we were playing together back in a long time ago, and menacing figure beneath the mask there, and heck of a lineman. I think he won Lineman of the year that we graduated. And great coach, dedicating a lot of time and to this Korah football program. And again, hats off to all the coaches who do such a great job and are away from their families and dedicate much of their life and time to making these kids better men, better people, better athletes. And hats off to Mr. Elliott. All right, so here's your last chance for the St. Mary's Knights unless they can get a field goal. And they're faking a punt. No, they do punt. And a tough one out to the 45-yard line. I'm a little surprised by that play.
Yeah. Although I wonder if there was some intent there. It looked like Nate was trying to go and field
Covered
the
his
ball.
own. Yeah.
So he might have been going for an onside recovery there.
Nate Carter's kick.
You try to kick it high in the
That's
air,
a
and the
45-yard
rule
line.
is if you're the
Colts take
kicker
over.
or anybody
Minute
behind the
34
kicker,
left.
you can go as a missile, and if you're the first one to touch the ball, you're able to recover it for your team. Is that fair?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. So
Yeah, you vacate the 5-yard space rule on the punt return when it's the onside person.
very good. So Carter with the attempt at the punt and recover allows the Colts to take over the ball on the 45, 1st and 10. And it's now a matter of time for the Zane Murdoch-led Colts to run out the clock.
Straight
Thibodeau
up the middle to Thibodeau.
straight up the middle for
He's
4.
hit immediately by number 6, Darian Pucci.
And again, a nice
They go
safe
for the
call,
ride, short
tackled by
gain.
Pucci. But 4 yards at a time, 4, 8, 12. There you got, move the sticks.
Yeah, and it's just so frustrating when you're the St. Mary's defense facing an offense like this. You know, you're talking about a wing T offense. The quarterback's under center, so every time he turns around, he's blind to the defense. You don't see who has the ball until they're crossing the line of scrimmage usually.
So 1:24 to go. Your Korah Colts, as we're battling here with the cast to see who we can pick for our most valuable players. And we will come up with that for you at the end of the game. Guzzetti with the ball again, and he's got enough for a first down.
Nathan.
Little,
Valentin and Lucy combined on the tackle.
little fire at the end of the game here. Hopefully we can close it out without any incident. As Noah gets a little charged up, Mr. Matheson takes care of him and asking for calm. So 1:07 to go in the game. Korah Colts looks like they've stopped them short of the first down, so they got 3rd and 2, and it looks like they're going to go for it. I think it's an easy pick here when you ask Murdoch to hand it off to his big 0 and lobby forward for 2. Usually falls forward after contact for 2, 3 yards. So
Yeah, I think what
it's a
Korah's just
no-brainer
going
here.
to do here is they're going to run down the clock till the 20 seconds for the play clock is done. Call a timeout. Give themselves a chance to talk about what they want to do here.
Timeout Korah, 47
it's a great
seconds
strategy,
left.
right?
Oh, yeah, great strategy. And you're in no man's land here, too. You're just a bit outside of field goal range. A punt's probably not going to stay fielded in the red zone. You're not actually worried about points here if you're Korah. You're just trying to eat that clock up as much as you can. So certainly a smart way to run off as much time on the clock as possible without risking a delay of game.
Yeah, and even if they go for this on 3rd and 3 and they don't succeed in the first down, then St. Mary's will have 10 points to cover in 40 seconds or less. So, again, it's looking pretty bleak for the St. Mary's Knights. But, again, game 1, week 1, both of these teams working out a little rust and getting the new personnel. They've played a great game. It's been certainly one great football game for the fans. And we're expecting more in the second half of this doubleheader between the Colts and the Knights. Well, they 7 o'clock, the junior programs square off. We're glad you could join us here on True House Sports. And we're going to finish out here the last 47 seconds of the game. Korah Colts, as I mentioned, are in punt formation. So an interesting play here. Number 2 back to punt, and he's going to drive one. And that's Nixon Blair with the punt. Received by Contalainen. And a nice tackle as he bobbles the ball. Sorry, Kieran Juma, not
First down, St. Mary's, 38
not
seconds
Contalainen,
left.
but Juma on the recovery. And looks like they'll take over at the 10. So a long way to go in 38 seconds. And then do it again for a field goal. So
Yeah, no doubt. All these teams make the playoffs, though. I have no doubt these two teams will see each other in the postseason. So adjustments are going to be made, feeling each other out, get an idea of what differences and wrinkles have been added this year. The second time these two teams face, I'm sure you'll see different strategies, some adjustments. Two very talented coaching staffs when it comes to preparation and watching film. So this will be a battle like it has been for the last 2 years. These two teams splitting the regular season in both the last campaigns, also splitting the last 2 NASA championships for the region.
Murdoch getting rid of his end game jitters here.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
And looks like Korah Colts making some personnel changes, scampering off the field as they had too many men. St. Mary's looking for a miracle here. It comes in the name of number 8. Look for him to find Carter open. 38 seconds to go. Looking for something special here. Tucker back to drop. Passes to the sidelines. Goes to number 11,
Tucker's
Juma.
pass intended for Juma has gone out of bounds.
Yeah, and this matchup's going to be so much fun this year. I think this is the first time I can recall where there's two teams in Sault Ste. Marie ranked in the top 25 to start the season. So,
Oh, is that right?
yeah, the coaches polls across the province certainly see these two teams as talented organizations as well. So,
Excellent. And, that's testament to the last several years where Sault Ste. Marie teams have performed well at NASA and then off to the Central Bowls and the different showcases. So hats off to all of them. And again, as good as this game's been, it's left a few things where the coaches can work on, and you're going to see how people make changes and improvements. And we're looking for a great season here. So. Looks like St. Mary's happy to run down the ball and hope for a miracle, but Hunter Jackson with the carry, gain of 4 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Number 60, Spencer Hedrick.
60, Spencer Hedrick with the tackle. So 29.8 seconds to go. It looks like we're going to bring out some new personnel for St. Mary's. And will they be kicking? 3rd and 7.
yeah, it looks like punt team there.
Looks like punt team there. Maybe get a few new faces on the field. Okay, so an interesting finish to this one. 19-9 rather. 10-point lead for this Korah Colts team. 29.8 seconds. So it looks like Carter's in to kick. And the clock is running down, so Korah Colts will just need to field this. Down to 15 seconds on the clock. I don't know why they're not hurrying, but there's a bad snap off the post, and that makes it an ineligible play, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be a dead ball.
Dead ball. Dead ball as the snap hits the
High snap
uprights.
goes off of the
That'll be a dead
crossbar of the
ball, and that
uprights.
looks like Korah will take over from there. I don't think there's a
Bounces
penalty on that,
back
but just
in
a
play.
dead play.
Yeah, the officials were being a little lenient there
Not sure
too.
what happens
Some
after
of
that. I've
those
never seen that.
substitutions that were brought in went offside there.
Yeah.
Refs let them reset and decided that they were going to let everyone go home earlier.
But that is indeed a dead ball once it hits the
Yes,
upright. So
yeah.
The commentators here are looking for a ruling on that one, but I assume that it's a dead ball, and that's the end of the series for the St. Mary's Knights. Looks like with 7.7 seconds left, it'll just be a kneel down for the Colts, and they'll be able to run out the clock and cap off this game with a win in their season opener. Coach, you want to go ahead and announce the players of the game for us? Players of the game sponsored by Wendy's and Team Essentials. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for Korah, I feel like you could give it to him any game if you really wanted to, but Nathan Gazzetti was just every man today. You know, when the team's game planning to stop you and you're still able to affect the game the way that he does, it's pretty impressive and the sign of a real star. And on the St. Mary's side, we talked about him a lot. Noah DeValentin, just a big guy, great left tackle, aggressive, got a lot of pancakes today on defense. He was a real solid contributor as well.
Timeout. Korah.
Those are the two players that caught my eye.
All right, so strangely enough, we have a timeout for the Korah team. So with 7.7 seconds left, they're reduced to just taking a knee and running out the clock. But they huddle to discuss the situation here, and we'll come back with the last 7.7 seconds. Keep in mind, too, fans, thanks for joining us. But at 7 o'clock, we will be back on the air with the junior game between these St. Mary's Knights and the Korah Colts. Should be another great matchup. I'm not sure what happened in the prior junior game this morning, but we will get back to you with that update. Of course, all 4 teams in action, both junior and senior ranks for White Pine Superior Heights this morning and Korah and St. Mary's today. We're glad you could make it. Again, shout out to Noah DeValentin and to Nathan Gazzetti, as well as many honorable mentions that had great games. Aiden Wanch, Matty Tucker, Kieran Juma, many players that are worthy of consideration for Ethan Karkidi, Caleb Thibodeau, for the player of the game. I'm sure we'll hear their names later on this year in their respective games. But here we are, 19-9, 7.7. So last play of the game should be, barring any penalties, Zane Murdoch in the shotgun, looking to shovel it to Gazzetti to stretch the lead, and he's going to run it in for another touchdown, which makes it 25-9.
Gazzetti runs it in with
2.4 seconds left to go, so we'll have a point after.
Yeah. And fans might wonder why Korah would elect to score there. Keep in mind the last 2 years, tiebreaker has been brought down to a point differential at the end of the season between the two teams through 2 games. So if you're Korah, you're not sure how the second game's going to go. Sometimes you might take a knee, try to not run the score up. But in a matchup like this, that could end up being the deciding factor when it comes to playoff seeding. So very important still to have that advantage. Korah will try to add one here.
And my reaction was, why would you do that up that many? But I guess there's your answer, as point differential might decide it towards the end of the year. So that makes it a 26-9 score, 17-point lead with 2.4 seconds. So it looks like that'll be the game. We'll have a kickoff. Maybe the St. Mary's Knights might do the same and try to run one back to shorten that point differential. And just in case, as we mentioned, it is a factor down the line. But we still got 2.4 seconds left on the clock, so we'll see how that goes.
And I got to give credit to Korah. Years and years now, they've been the central powerhouse here in Sault Ste. Marie. Obviously, St. Mary's stepping up and giving them a good run for their money the last couple of years. But one thing Korah always is well prepared for week 1. No doubt they're always the most well prepared coaching staff. Players know their job. Very good program overall, nationally recognized now. So kudos to them starting their season off the way that they often do. But I'm sure it will not be the last time we hear St. Mary's in that conversation with them when it comes to the top.
Absolutely. And you mentioned, Coach, that the other programs are stepping up their game too. White Pines in the second year of their senior program. And, of course, you're involved with that program. And Superior Heights, no slouches, some great athletes. Maybe not the numbers and the depth that these Korah and St. Mary's teams have, but they always ready to play and come out and give it their all. So we're expecting great parity in the league this year. And these two are obviously the favorites in the last couple of years anyway, but anything can change, and the game is played on the field. So we wish all the teams well, and we wish you well, Coach, this year. And you're working with the junior and senior programs with the White Pines Wolverines. So congratulations and good luck on a great season.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to it.
As a coach, you always look forward to it, right? The promise is always ahead, and you know what? Even with loss today, lots to build on, lots to grow, and all these coaches are going to go back to the drawing board, fix what aches, and try and make it better. And every week moving forward, like you said, everybody makes the playoffs, and peak at playoff time. It shows a sign of a great coaching staff and a great team and some great athletes. So all the best to all these individuals and all these athletes and coaches. And here's hats off to a great kickoff to a fantastic football year. And there's a onside kick. Oh no, medium-sized kick. Actually drilled it down to the 15, took a nice bounce. 17's going to have to hop on it and call that a day. He's down on a knee, so 17, Colrave was down to a knee, so that's the end of the game, and looks like it's getting out of control here. We got 96 losing his cool. Karkidi throws him to the ground, and unfortunately this is the ugly side of it.
Yeah, a little too much extracurricular, a little bit of tempers flaring at the end of the game. No doubt both coaching staffs will address it. Officials working it out right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully there wasn't any punches thrown, because then that would result in some suspensions going into next week as well.
Well, we'll have to let the officials sort that one out. Unfortunate end to the game. Still 0.7 seconds left on the clock. Hopefully they'll call that. There you go.
Yeah.
That'll be the game.
And that's wise as we let cooler heads prevail.
Draw first blood. We'll see each other a couple
Scott,
times.
Thanks for having me with you for this game.
Thank you very much. Just do it anytime again. And again, good luck this season. And thanks for joining me here on Saultsports Radio. You're watching Sault Ste. Marie High School football action on Saultsports TV and Rogers TV, as well as listening on Saultsports Radio, brought to you by Saultsports.com. Your final, Korah Colts 26, St. Mary's Knights 9. I'm Scott McPherson, joined by Jonathan Bujold. Thanks for joining us, and come on back for that junior game.